Happy Tax Day Eve to everyone.
Wait, happy what?
Oh, mine's extended.
Oh, taxing. Yeah, I finished up local taxes today.
I have to mail everything.
And found out that we got fucked by moving into the city of Reading partially through the tax season without our employers adjusting. Because I didn't think that we would need to switch.
Oh, they didn't adjust the holdings for.
They didn't adjust the holdings for city of Reading.
Yeah, city of Reading
is kept. 3.6%.
Which makes no sense because it's a shithole.
Yeah.
Sorry, Reading, we love you.
We love aspects of
Yeah.
I got
not the amount of taxes.
first time in like 4 years.
Did you actually got money back?
Yes,
I feel like
because
no one has this year.
I did
bullshit
quarterlies
this year.
and I did extra withholding all of last year. I mean, yeah, my account was like, yeah, you over withheld them by like 4.
Yeah.
By 4
I was like, that's why I had no money around Christmas times.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
congrats.
Yeah. Enjoy
That's
your...
good tower, Dave. Is
Yeah,
it
you get
working?
like a...
Everything working okay?
Yes. Are you seeing which dice are rolling well?
Nice. That was good. Oh, I'm getting bad rolls already. 6.
Excellent.
I thought I was going to jail because I got
What? Huh?
What?
I got a letter that I owed like per capita taxes, which are like $16. So I put the letter to the side, forgot about it for months.
Yeah.
And I get this letter that I also forgot about and was in a pile that I had until March 21st to pay this bill, which is now $40. And
Disgusting.
it said you only had until then, otherwise like it was already from a collections agency, and then they said that I will have to cover all court fees, and it was saying like you cannot pay it after this. And they were like, a civil something will come to your home and deliver, like serve you, and I'm like,
Yup. Get some peanut.
and I'm like freaking out. And for 2 days, I'm like thinking I'm going to jail because I had no way of contacting like to pay it. And then I went online. I
can just
followed
pay
the
it.
link and it went up to $51. And I paid it, so I'm not going to jail.
That's good.
See, I had a call like
That's a heavy-
Sedation.
That's a
going to
heavy
jail for
unit.
tax.
Yeah, for $16
taxation.
per capita or whatever.
I
tax it
Didn't
was.
try it with the marinara.
I feel like locals just
did
a
not.
hot mess.
It's very good though.
Stupid.
It's
Well-
it's
Well, Brooks EIT was like, hi, you owe us an extra $60 a year for being self-employed. And I'm like, hey, I already pay self-employment tax and I'm not self-employed in Berks County. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm not self-employed in Berks County. They're like, you live at this address. So I was
Correct.
like, legitimately?
Right, lit.
No, they had it my Lauraldale address from 4 years ago.
Dude,
This
that's
hasn't been on a tax return in like 5 years.
listen. Berks EIT is stupid. Want them to hear that.
They're like, oh, just go online and change your address for us then and don't pay it. And I was like, okay.
Whatever.
Oh well, that's cool.
It's like, I'm self-employed in Lancaster County. And they're like, oh.
Oh, we'll tax you for there instead. Okay.
No, it's Berks EIT.
Lancaster will tax you on their own.
Yeah, that was painful when I was living in Berks and working in Lancaster.
It's so stupid.
And it just
You'd think we have the system figured out by now.
No, for me, it's ridiculous. Like, I was legitimately handwriting checks today to, like, mail out tomorrow. And I'm like, it's 2024. Why am I writing checks to mail to the government to pay my
I
taxes?
do that too for
Why is
business.
it?
Yeah.
Why
So
is
dumb.
hey, you owe us this much this year.
PayPal.
Please pay that. Venmo. Gotcha.
Right. Yeah, PayPal.
Tell me exactly
Pay.
what I owe. I would just love that.
Well, that's what.
It's up to me to figure it out.
And then if it's wrong, then I'll tell you.
And then
how
if
it's
wrong, we go to jail.
It's like, we know how much you owe. You gotta figure it out. Go to jail if you
I
don't
did
do
the
it.
taxes this year, and it was like, you guys made this much. You guys paid this much in taxes. And I'm like, yeah, because that's done automatically, right? Like,
Yeah.
you set that up. You tell the companies how much to tax us. And then they're like, but you were supposed to give us this much. And it's like, well, then why didn't you just fucking tax me that much? Like,
That's the whole withholding
Yeah.
that I
That's
used to
what
do.
all
I
of
used to
my-
do the
yeah.
exact same thing, and I'm like, why the fuck am I getting $4,000 back?
Yeah,
Or whatever
well-
that I've paid them
And
to hold.
And we celebrate it, and it's
Yes.
like, but
That-
this was a month.
But
well,
I
this was by the way,
now have
get any
like
interest on
around
it.
$100.
Yeah, and you didn't get any interest on it because while they were holding it, they were collecting interest on
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
And that was the fucking kicker for me, was that my accountant's like, well, do you want to roll it over or do you want to take it? And I'm like, I want to take it so I don't have like $3,500 just chilling in the IRS's pocket.
In the Federal Reserves, getting them interest.
But then it takes you almost a month to get your tax return.
Correct.
There's no gold in there. It's just Caleb's.
It's just
Have my bank account. Put it in my bank account. Thank you.
So,
That's funny.
Welcome to D&D
welcome to
Ladies and Gentlemen.
DSL.
So hit record before we started talking.
Yeah. You've been trashing the U.S. government
For the last 20
for the
minutes.
last 20
Well, Brooke say
I love you,
EIT is not
US
sponsoring us. That's okay.
I ain't watching this.
Sponsored
In fact-
by
You know, we're gonna go back to taxes for a quick second
Dragon Spell.
because I tried to leave a message with Berks EIT today, but when they're closed, you just can't even. You can't.
No,
contact
you gotta call them at like 7 a.m.
Yep.
on a Monday.
Yep. So I have to call them tomorrow
Monday
because
JMS is there.
I'm supposed to get $1,300 back from local taxes, but Shannon owes $900 for local taxes. And of
Wow.
course, the stupidity of their form online when you try and file your taxes, they wouldn't just deduct the $900 from the $1,300 and give us the difference. No, they want us to write a check for the $877 while they write us a check for the $1,200 and something dollars.
Yes.
See, but your way makes too much sense.
Right. So I need
Yeah.
to try and call them tomorrow, which I'm sure they're going to be fucking slammed tomorrow
Yeah.
because it's the 15th.
Yeah.
But I need to try and call them and be like, listen, guys, everything is filed. Can you please
Just to
not
do this.
make me write a check and you also write a check and instead just do the subtraction and write the check?
This is why I didn't want to get married.
But like,
It does make it very
does make it
complicated.
Yeah, like it should
I
not be
will
this.
say.
I'm like, I feel like
Or
I
at
got.
least file together.
I feel like I've got my finances down pat. Like I'm not broke. I have some savings. Like I've got my
Yeah.
shit figured out. And I'm just like, man, like what happens if somebody else comes in here and just fucks everything up?
they might.
Hey,
It's possible.
this is Taylor Swift.
Yes, it is. This is Love Story. So, back on track. We got this.
I don't think we ever got on track.
Why-
No, legitimately, we started
Like,
and this
Yeah.
jumped into
We
a discussion
will.
about
I don't remember why we're
We'll get back on track.
got to the station at least.
Well, we were mentioning something about playing like on the 10th last month. I don't
Yeah,
remember what it
yeah.
was.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. And luckily, I listened to the last 15 minutes of the last session to just make sure I had the details
I
straight.
feel like for us, it needs to be the last half hour. The last 15 is just.
Well, I remembered
division
most of it, but I just wanted to make sure that I knew like whether we had taken a long rest, which we have not yet.
Right.
So the end of last session, basically last session was the town was on fire. Strahd and his minions.
Yeah.
I'm so distracted by this music. Strahd and his minions were attacking Valaki, attempting to either force you into a conflict, try and get Arena out. We realized Theron severely misjudged the amount of time it would take to cast the Hallow spell on the bones and the church.
That's so funny.
Isn't it 24 hours?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
a 24-hour ceremony spell, a ritual spell that costs 1,000 gold pieces worth
In
of
Theron's defense, he's never used it before, so
True.
you know.
I mean, I think narrative.
The fine print of the spell, he didn't read
The
all
first
fine
time you
print.
cast a spell, it kind of makes sense that you might fuck it up.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that it's so expensive of a spell.
I asked Father Lucian to try to continue working the spell while we were
Yeah, he's a
while I was
shitty
playing.
cleric, by the way. He's an acolyte. he's like a third level NPC.
He's more of a
How is he a
right?
third? He's got to be level 6 at least. Come on.
He's a third level caster. Like he can cast third level spells.
You need to make our NPC a little bit better.
You're in like a backwoods town in a poor country that has been war-torn and ravaged by a
Yeah,
vampire.
he's
for
just
the
I
last
think that's the Metropolis. I actually
He's
think
just
that's
a
the
poor
Metropolis
boy
for
from a poor
blocking.
family. Okay?
Nobody loves him.
Well, for Barovia, yeah.
Yeah, for
it
Barovia,
is.
it's
It is.
He's just a poor boy from a
It
poor
is
family.
the
Spreading
big city.
from this monster.
of
Yeah, hey, it works. It works.
compared to Barovia
Yeah.
and Kresk.
What, Malaki?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of a shitty town. Like, it's not bad.
but it's bigger than the others.
Isn't that where we've spent like the
Yes, this is the biggest town.
Right.
Well, I think
Yeah.
Kresk is technically the biggest town.
Has anyone heard of Crest before?
I don't
Yes, we
think it's been
talked about it briefly. You guys have never wanted to venture west far enough
there. No, now we're at the end of the
to,
campaign.
and now you're never
Oops.
going to.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, fuck it, you have so. I do remember this. You have a 3-day ultimatum from Strahd. He knocked Arkin unconscious. He severely injured several others of you, and he killed Arthur,
Right.
forcing Theron to use his, I think, last third level spell slot to revivify
Yep.
Arthur. Marge yelled at Arthur for sacrificing himself once again and asked him please not die a third time. Arthur gave you a diamond that he had in his pocket,
Yeah.
so that you would be able to cast Revivify again if you needed to.
You're sitting on it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And a power bank?
Yeah, because I was listening to it while I was working outside
Nice.
all afternoon, and I haven't had a chance to get a full charge on it. so.
Gerald's got shit together. Gerald's got the
I
power bank.
know. Daryl always says we do that.
Daryl will be the one that if we
Power
want-
bank is the D&D
You know, if we
table.
went on a road trip, Daryl will be the one to be like, guys, I got snacks.
No, that's
I got
Julie.
Power bank. Oh, this
Right.
is
It's
true. This is
No,
true.
Daryl would have all of
Snack
like the
queen.
car fixing
Yes.
things, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have
the entertainment.
I would have a tire inflator and
Yeah.
roadside players and stuff like that, and Julie's
Uh-huh.
gonna have all the snacks and entertainment.
Yeah, because
stuff.
back when we went to
Combined, we're
Julie
unstoppable.
had oodles
Yeah.
of
Yes.
snacks.
Yeah.
So Strahd basically told you, I could kill you all if we want to do this right now,
He ran away.
or I can kill one of you, and then you have 3 days, and you have to meet me at the castle.
Did Strahd try to fuck me, or am I forgetting that? Did that
I
happen?
think he tried to
Had a dream.
fuck you.
Are you sure?
I think
am
you
100%
had,
You had him come to me in a vision.
yeah, he tried to seduce you to serve him.
Right. Look.
It was implied.
It wasn't
He-
sexual.
Well, with Strahd, it's always a little
I
questionable.
mean, they're very. Come on. They're
It's a
they're always.
Okay, okay. I was just trying
always
to
an
remember.
undertone. There's always like a sexual undertone.
I was just trying to remember if there was a sexual undertone or if it was
I
just
think
the.
with Strahd, it's kind of safe to say yes.
It's a vampire. It's part of the MO.
Yeah.
Yes. Serving him in all
Just
aspects.
very
Steve, you've been with us long enough.
I know. I was just giving
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, serving him in all aspects.
All aspects.
Yes. You said no. But so yeah, he killed Arthur. You brought him back. You are all struggling a little bit health-wise, but you made your way. Erwin met you at the gates and said, with the other keepers of the feather, and said, you know, we will take care of rebuilding the town. You guys need to get the journal translated, and you need to figure out a way to stop Strahd. Which brings us to the Blue Water. It is late in the evening. You have not rested. You're sort of like just unwinding and debriefing about everything that just happened.
So the town has been.
Extinguished.
Everyone has pushed back.
For
Fires are out.
for the most part, like there's still like the fire brigades are out still, like taking care of hot spots and rekindles and stuff like that. We just gotta throw some fire terminology at you here. And it is taken care of enough that you guys don't need to go around personally putting out the fires. There's enough town's guard left and members of the town that are part of like the fire brigades and stuff like that.
Okay.
That it is being handled. So this is where we are. You're,
And that's some of the town guard.
yes, outside.
Okay.
Yeah, outside of the water. You're not aware of their presence yet.
It is funny.
The music.
It's a move. Like,
Arthur leans. So distracting.
I don't know why you say that.
Arthur like leans against the table, and he touches his chest, and he's like, "Guys, I don't feel so good. I think we really got to figure this shit out before we fight him again." And yeah, like he withered you with like a death ray spell.
Right, so I still don't have my maximum health yet. Is that
Oh, I'm low too.
revived after a long rest? Do I get those hit points back?
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll have to.
I'm but I'm at 5 hit points.
Oh,
how did I not take damage?
Because
reinforced
some of us
you combo.
kind of stepped in front.
Well, you were a T-Rex. Oh,
But
Caleb, you were a T-Rex almost the entire
I was
time.
gonna say, yeah, I wasn't polymorph the whole
Yeah.
time, which I think you almost dropped me, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he took
Yeah.
the T-Rex down pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost killed the T-Rex. He almost killed Arkin. He almost killed Thayer.
I was down to like 10 hit points.
I think he did
I was
some
down for
damage to
very
Mark.
low, but then
Yeah.
I did. Somebody healed me, and I'm up to 32.
Somebody poured a health potion
Yeah.
I think.
in one of your
It was either
mouths.
me or I.
I think I did.
Someone was
I
unconscious
didn't
and got a
recall.
health potion.
Who did I give that to?
And then
I
yeah,
had-
Arthur got killed,
Yeah.
cut down with a sword. It's Katy Perry.
Oh my god, we're gonna have to change it.
Yeah.
What are you listening? I think the
It's like
problem
a hardcore pop song.
is that it's different than last time.
It's very different. It has to be different from last time.
So last time we did this, it wasn't firework. Which like is
Love
not is,
Love it, but it's
is not the best Katy Perry album. Best Katy Perry album is
Oh my
Teenage
God.
Dream. Sorry, it is.
Teenage Dream.
Teenage Dream is best Katy Perry album. It has Mannequin on it. It's one of the fours.
But Arthur looks over at you, Arkin. He's like, "So, how's it coming with that journal?
it'll take some time.
Do you have it out? Like, are you looking through it?
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence check. As you're flipping through the journal. You could just.
You know, Arkin, while you're
That felt very in character.
Yeah.
Arkin, I
What?
bless your the morning order blesses your search.
Or is that D6?
4.
It's not a lot.
No, unfortunately, we don't have any
He
bards.
blesses your studies.
We don't have any bards in the group to give you like
Yeah.
bardic inspiration.
Yeah, you're stuck with.
What's up to
Hey, you got a 4.
Yeah, at an 18.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
This one too.
I think it's 20. Yep, 24. Altogether.
You'll see a Discord message there.
Yep.
Arkin, your vision flickers as you're flipping through the Tome of Strahd, and the symbols sort of start to reorient themselves. And where you had the ability to read Abyssal, but you couldn't quite make out what the journal was saying, they sort of shimmer and realign, and you start reading, and this particular passage says, "The heart, that damned heart, ever it beats incessantly in my dreams. I feel myself inextricably connected to it. Would that I could put myself out of this eternal misery and destroy both it and myself. Perhaps someday, I will find one foolish enough to take up my mantle under the guise of a successor.
I understand what that means. I'm still hoping that in this journal we'll have more of a way to get into the tombs without going through the castle. I'm not sure if there is a way.
Like an outside entrance, or
Yeah, well, I mean the ones that gave us this. Who were they?
It was the order of the order
Inquisitors of
of
Ulmek?
Ulmek, yes.
Yeah, they found a way to get there.
Well,
maybe you should find it.
did they find a way to get there, or did they kill the one who found a way to get
I don't know. They gave us the journal,
there?
and the
head-
journal was from.
They also had the head of the Dusk Elf.
Argentine.
Can you speak with the dead?
I can sometimes. Let's
How about,
see,
how about
You're
tomorrow?
You're asking,
How
Would,
about-
would tomorrow work?
you're asking that a very good time.
I think tomorrow would be great.
Um,
I'm a little exhausted from.
I see the
used a lot of
skeleton
spells.
of a deadly warrior lying on a bed of stone flanked by gargoyles. Okay, so the tome was in the tome. Tombs. The icon which we need is in Strahd's parents' tomb, which is underneath the castle.
Yeah.
Oh, we do that.
Yeah.
Maybe if they found, of course, so I have notes.
What do we need to be able to speak with the dead?
Oh, I just need
I see.
to. I just need to study my spell book a little bit.
Right, but does it require...
Maybe Casimir.
let me put it this
Let
way.
me pull out the spell book and take.
We might be able to get the head, but I don't know if we can get the rest of him.
So
Will
we
that
might be able to
will that
talk with
suffice
him to find
for your
out.
spell? And do we need any materials?
I just need some incense.
Well, we know where we can find that.
Some burning. I need some burning incense, and I think there is probably still burning at
I
the
think you have
church.
bundles of it in the church, don't you? I mean, hopefully Father Lucian blew out the incense when we realized that you couldn't cast the spell.
Let's see. As I'm studying the spell book, I see as it does have to be a corpse. It doesn't say how much of a corpse, so it might be a little questionable.
Do you think it's worth... I mean,
I think it's
You
definitely
can
worth.
ask the corpse up to 5 questions. I would think, as long as it's a head, we could talk to it.
Are you the head of Quickie Mark?
Can I make an arcana?
Really?
What?
Can I make an arcana check to see if I would know whether or not this would work? Because I feel like
Or
Gregory,
religion?
religion. I mean, this
Yeah.
feels like arcana. It's a spell, but that's
yeah,
up
but
to
it's a
you.
cleric spell specifically. I think he could make a
Yeah.
check to see, a religion check to see if...
Don't steal my thunder.
Trying
To
to
see
help you.
if this spell will work with just a head.
I mean,
It's trying to
we can
help
try
you
it.
ahead.
We can just try it.
He tried for
Arcana.
There are
No, religion.
Religion.
2 tall towers at the castle, one of which houses a giant
19
beating heart.
plus 3, 22.
If I think that's what they're talking about. If I remember correctly, the heart is tied to Strahd and tied to some of the creatures. But I know it's guarded by vampire spawns.
So would it be Strahd's heart, or is it
No.
sort of magical relic that just gives?
It's a magical relic that ties him to the land, I think.
In one of the towers of
Okay.
Ravenloft.
Yeah, I start like drawing on.
Because you've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a heart in one of the towers, a magical heart. And this passage that Strahd has written in his journal seems to communicate that in some way he is connected to this heart. He's hoping that he's like wishing that he could get rid of the heart himself and basically break his curse of being stuck here. He's hoping that he can find a successor, somebody else that will basically take up his mantle and be cursed so he can finally be at peace.
But what I'm thinking is,
Strahd
if
doesn't want to
Honestly, Gregory, that
stay.
just sounds like a job for you.
this is a
I
curse.
feel like you could take that
Yeah.
over.
Now,
No problem.
do I
No problem.
read the other passages?
They don't all
Okay.
materialize all at the same time.
But do I read the passage of describing what happened to him?
About the deal that he made with the spirits. Like
Yeah, and
the
what
god-
what caused his curse?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I was just asking because I have knowledge. I want
Yeah.
to make sure
Yeah, I would say that you
read
can
that.
communicate that knowledge. Yeah.
Part of what I was reading that's more obvious was he wrote about his history. One of the reasons he was cursed is he coveted his brother's fiancée, Tatiana. Sergei was his brother. He killed his brother.
Sword you have.
Yes, that was Sergei's sword.
Okay.
That feels nearly biblical.
But yeah,
It's the story. He killed
Even angel?
Sergei
Yeah.
either
The Morning Lord Bible.
on the
Bill.
wedding or the night of the wedding.
it's the night of the wedding.
Okay. And Tatiana fled from him and threw herself off of the towers of the castle
Now sounds
into
like
the
Shakespeare.
mists
Yeah.
and disappeared.
Oh,
They
she
could
disappeared.
they could not find her body, and the guards tried to kill him, but he would not die, and he was rendered undead, vampire. But that is the curse.
So wait, the guards tried to kill Strahd.
Yes,
Okay.
For
He
killing
was
Sergei.
already.
yeah, for killing Sergei.
But in the process of trying to kill him, like, where did the curse of
His axe caused him to transition to being undead.
Oh.
He was not rendered a vampire from another vampire.
This was
He's
not
the
by,
original.
It was
He's
not
a
by.
curse.
It was not by his choice.
Well,
Well,
in some sense it was. The outcome was not his. And now he hates himself for
Murdering his brother.
murdering his brother, destroying Tatiana,
Yeah.
and becoming what he is.
does someone have to take up the mantle in order for Strahd
Do
to
not know.
perish?
That's beyond
This
what I
is,
know.
this is ammunition if we need to provoke his emotions.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
true.
Yes.
Now,
Or trick
what,
him.
what I'm thinking is when we go to the castle for you to retrieve the icon
Yeah.
of Ravenloft, I will go up and attack the heart.
Alone?
Now, I'm sorry. Whose heart is it?
It's a giant heart. It's not a person's heart. It's
The heart of Barovia?
almost.
So it's more of like a Like it's not an actual heart. It
No,
represents.
it looks like a heart. It looks like a beating heart.
Can I shoot it with an arrow?
Absolutely.
That's all I need to know.
Do,
Okay, so
do
what
we
happens?
know, like, how to harm it?
What happens if we destroy it?
As far as I know, magic and weapons,
Okay,
Okay.
but what happens if we destroy it?
it will hurt. I think it will hurt Strahd. As far as I know, it will hurt Strahd. I think it
Also-
will hurt vampires.
How heavily guarded is this heart?
It is guarded by vampire spawns.
Okay. We've seen those
We're
before.
taking those out. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay,
But I'm looking at it
Not
as
not true
I'm
vampires.
looking
You wow.
correct.
True vampires.
Well, when I encountered it, they were vampire spawns.
Okay.
Who knows
So
what
in
it
your
is
memory,
in
at
this
least in your
reality.
memory from your other self.
Correct. But what I'm saying is, if one or two of us, let's say, go to attack the heart, the rest of you can probably go after the icon unscathed. I have teleportation abilities that can get me get me away from things.
I can pass without a trace. We might, maybe if I go with you as your backup.
I'm definitely not the silent type. So
No.
No.
I think you'd best be served finding the amulet in the crypts
Yeah.
with maybe some bodyguards.
You're a crypt guy.
You're kind of a crypt.
Yeah.
You're the
And
crypt
from
keeper.
what the journal says, he is afraid of that.
of
I acquired the sword,
okay.
Sergei's sword.
So let me get this straight. Strahd is the original vampire that started as a curse when he was murdered, when he was killed for murdering his brother and causing his
He never was actually killed, it says.
It was because he murdered using
The
a
curse
cutting.
was he committed.
right. Second, so this heart of Barovia, right? Was it created when Strahd became a vampire? Like, where does this?
That I do not know. I
Okay,
just
okay.
know of its location.
So we
And
don't
I
really
can't-
understand its origin, but we know that somehow it's tied to Strahd and his power.
Is there any
Correct.
way I would have known about this with my age as a high elf? Okay, worth a shot.
Okay.
Now, because Barovia is like its own
Yeah.
dimension, the history of Barovia doesn't really make it outside of Barovia, other than the legends and the tales that the Vistani choose to tell when they venture through the mist.
I feel like Marge only knows like New World vampires.
Yes, Marge knows generic vampire information. She does not know the
History.
basically the origin. You are finding out.
Bleed and
Right, yeah, you are finding out the origin story of vampires.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Edward, the Cullen, Lane, inner Tom Cruise interview with the vampire.
It's probably was sold
pop culture vampires.
Yeah, pop culture
Lost
vampires.
Quiz.
I'm having trouble. Seriously,
28 days
Daryl is having
later.
trouble understanding where this heart came from and how it ties.
I
into-
totally understand. I think we're not supposed to know yet because I'm also like, what the fuck?
Okay.
It's not in the passage that he was able to.
No.
Yeah.
If
I mean, the
Strahd
passage-
originated
I
as
think
a
the
curse.
passage talks about the heart,
Okay.
and I know of the heart.
Yeah.
And I remember that it was something important,
Okay.
and that the vampires were protecting it. So I have a feeling it ties Strahd to the land, and also obviously the vampires.
Okay.
And maybe if we can sever his ties to.
Diablo.
So
Yes.
here's the
Yeah.
thing. Here's the thing that I'm concerned about. We learned when he attacked the town that the bones are only the bones in the church are only protecting the church.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who cares about the church? Sorry, Morning Lord. Morning Lord, forgive me.
But
But
I think if
the
we-
Morning Lord understands the greater importance of what's happening here, and his church can be rebuilt. So I have trouble understanding, like, how do we keep Arena safe? We
Well,
might have to keep her in the church while we're gone.
I agree.
Or bring
that,
her with
or
us.
perhaps the Hallow spell will amplify the effect of the bones to protect her within the town, or at least within a portion of the town.
You know, Arthur,
Honestly, I don't know.
Arthur, for being a mobster and a ranger, you know, you make some sense.
Mobster is not the term that I would use. I would
Independent
use
businessman.
entrepreneur.
I mean, you basically force little kids to do your bidding.
That.
And it's a child labor.
Let's
He kind of scratches his chin for a second.
Gregory like puts his
And you
finger
see
out.
him like
Let's rephrase that sentence.
Sorry.
see him start to reach for like a knife. And he's like,
No,
and
no,
he
no.
thinks about it. And
Child labor sounds better than that.
Let's say child labor.
No, it was a poor choice of words. Poor choice of words.
yeah, he
I own that. I own that. That's a poor choice of words. What I meant was your choice of business partners,
Okay.
from what we have seen, is a little questionable.
I don't pick them for the morality. I pick them for the fact that it is lucrative.
You know what? I think we're getting off topic.
Hey, Ron,
And you just see him reach for a knife again.
All right.
It's like,
All right, I know. Stabby.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ron, I wish all of us could have the level of morality that you do as a man of the cloth, but that is, well, simply not where we're at this point in time, and let's leave it at that as well.
and you feel like a sharp object underneath the table, like right against your groin. And Arthur looks at you and he goes, I think it is something presumptuous of you to think that I chose the Zentarim and not the other way around.
What's the Zentarim?
The chill.
The children?
No, the
Yeah.
Zentarim is a criminal organization. They are
Oh. Okay.
they are
Assassins.
assassins,
rogues.
the black market, like
Yeah.
Okay.
they run the criminal underworld of Faerun, basically.
Point taken, Arthur. I apologize.
Literally. And you feel the his knife
Whereas like
pull away from your groin and you hear a little
sometimes the Harpers
Slips it back
are a little bit on the goody side of things. The Zentarum are
very much on the
opposite.
baddie side.
Oh, I do remember them from Baldur's Gate now. Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
He says, well,
I think I blew up their cavern. I did. I blew
I
up
did,
their
in
cavern in
fact.
Baldur's Gate. Yeah, none
look
of
the
them.
cavern of the Zentarum.
I sure did. Whole thing's gone. Everyone died.
As we're having this conversation, you hear at the door to the blue water, and in step.
I like how they knocked first, and then
polite.
came in.
Yeah, they're
and it's
polite.
an open business.
Yeah, they're
That's not conducive to storytelling.
But they have.
How else would I interrupt our conversation?
They haven't knocked
The door swing
Yeah.
open.
The doors pop open
Oh,
to
they
the,
knocked
have a-
first.
the
they have
blue
a
water,
procedure,
and
yeah.
in walks several militia members from the town guard, and one of them comes over to you, Theron, and he says, my lords, my lady, I apologize for the interruption.
No, it's okay. Your men fought. Your men fought bravely today.
And he claps his chest, and you see like a tear glistening at the corner of his eye. He says, we lost many good men and women
Yes.
today.
The
Father-
morning ward. The morning ward. The morning ward. Deep sorrow for your loss.
We appreciate his presence whenever he chooses to show it to us.
There are great mysteries in this land.
And he clears his throat and he says,
Shut up,
sorry,
Caleb.
Sorry to interrupt your meeting. Father Lucian begs your presence in the morning at the church. He says he thinks you may be able to salvage your spell.
He hasn't completed it?
It didn't seem like it. The smell coming from the church is quite pungent. And he's
That's
very
the
sweaty.
incense.
He's very sweaty.
Yes.
He just requests that in the morning, you would, perhaps if you have time, you would meet him. He would like to discuss something with you.
Of course. Your men, can you have a drink with us? I'll buy the round.
I'm sorry. There's no time.
went for your
We're still putting out
Wait
fires
for your horse.
in the
Right.
town. They salute, and you hear that's like all the armored guards
Yeah.
run back out of the blue.
I stand up. I definitely stand up to talk to them. I'm not like at a,
You're not being an asshole.
yeah, I'm trying
Yeah.
to be like,
I mean, they literally helped you at all the different gates,
To-
trying
yeah.
to fight off.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that like they also have this reverence for the Morning Lord in this town, like I feel like I'm actually
And for you guys, they know that you're the protectors
Yeah.
of the town, basically. So they salute all of you, and make their way back out of the doors.
Solid Foley work.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
I don't have coconuts, but
Gotta love myself shit.
pouring out for the men we lost today.
Pour one out for the homies.
Arthur stills some of his ale.
March like
Yeah.
pretends, but like,
She doesn't actually pour anything out.
I think I actually like I spill some on the table for the point. You know, because it'll like pour through the you know, 'cause it's like a rough, you know, there's cracks in the table and stuff. So
Well, what if we get a little rest? Maybe we reconvene in the morning. Do we all go to the church?
can we go back to where I rolled to find out whether Speak of the Dead would work for a given
Completely
case?
forgot. You rolled a 22,
I rolled a
right?
22 and I still don't know the outcome.
It will work with a head.
Okay.
It will work. As long as you have a part of the corpse that is able to speak, you will be able to
Okay.
cast the spell. If you had a whole corpse, you'd be good.
Yeah.
If you had just the body, probably wouldn't work, but
Okay.
having just the head will work since that's the part you will be talking to. Erwin has the head though.
Erwin is the
The barkeeper, the owner of the Blue Water.
So, before we turn in for the night, I do want to. I think it's important. Like we stood up to Strahd today.
Is that what you're calling it?
He
I
left.
hate to burst your bubble here. He didn't retreat. He left by his own.
Yeah.
I know.
We're not in a spot where
We're
this-
alive.
Well,
I appreciate
I
the
think by
enthusiasm.
his
We're-
choice, but
yeah, we are alive, but there is.
I love your optimism.
I do too. Are you trying to give like a live to fight another day sort of speech here?
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm not usually one to be negative, but I.
Let's
I mean, you
Aren't
are.
you-
here.
I understand.
Let's hear the live to fight another day.
No, we stood up to Strahd, and we're
Yes.
still
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
We're
Yes.
still here to talk about it. Yes.
Also, yes.
Marge almost died. Yes. I almost died.
I did.
Arkin
He
did.
died.
I died.
Yeah. Arthur
died.
did die, but you're here.
Again.
You're here. You're back.
Yep.
And Arkin was really knocked unconscious for a good bit. But and our dinosaur almost.
Yeah, I got the shit beat out of me.
We're still here.
Do you even remember it though?
I think as polymorph, I would. I was actually just having that thought as.
I remember you attacked a tree at the end.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, I
Stupid
do
when he's a
remember.
Yeah.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
He's
intelligence.
scary,
You
but
did
he's really
attack some
dumb.
trees.
Um,
And it was fun to watch.
I was trying to find straw if I remember correctly.
You know what? Yeah.
Give me
We're here.
a persuasion check, Theron, with your little
Uplifting. speed.
uplifting speech for the group.
I have a +5 of persuasion,
You're persuasive.
but I only rolled a 5.
So it's a 10.
It's a 10.
I was gonna give you inspiration if you rolled high enough.
Shit.
You know,
No inspiration.
it's a good speech.
Can I add bless to it?
No.
I think we're all just so run down.
Well, I don't feel good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I am.
I think we had
the shit kicked out of
the
it.
shit kicked out of us. I think we have a chance. I think we're gonna need for all the pieces to kind of fall into place in the right way. You know, we got a cool glowy sword. We got a book that tells us, you know, Strahd's like, you know, his insecurities and whatnot. We'll find you that amulet.
I mean, I
Start
think-
drawing. As I'm drawing, I start drawing something similar to this.
We got a circle
Wow.
with the thing in it.
Is that a moon?
Huh?
Is that
Is that
is that
That's the
Mars?
heart. That's the heart.
Oh.
It's in
Kill
the
that.
spire.
We'll
It's
kill
big.
that too.
You know, I didn't think hearts looked like that.
You just see like, and his drawing is just like a, it's just like a
Little
heart.
stick figure.
It's a little stick figure. It's like 7 stick figures rocking upstairs, and a heart at the top of it.
Good photographic memory.
You know, we got something going here. Maybe
I do feel like we are going to our death,
a little. I
but
feel a little similar.
my life, if I die killing a vampire, then that's it.
No.
We'll murder you first.
Thank you.
I mean, like, we'll make sure that none of us are turned.
Correct.
I think that's a commitment.
I mean,
we
I
need to
still
make
would
to
like
each
a
other.
really nice coffin.
get you
Yeah,
guys
just make sure it's very far away.
Yeah.
You change.
Has anyone given thought to what exactly this curse is? Like Arkin, does it specify whether or not it changes the, well, cursee's mind on how they perceive things, their actions, the morality, or does it just extend this level of eternal
I
life?
think the morality was already there.
Understood, but
I think the curse simply is the curse of the undead, the curse of the vampire.
And they have a little bit of different cravings.
so if I'm understanding this correctly, if hypothetically one of us were to accept this curse, it would purely just be eternal life. It wouldn't necessarily be evil eternal life.
What are you getting
You
at,
see
Gregory?
Barovia.
I see.
Arthur starts reaching.
Baron's looking at you with side eye. Let's stick.
Can I feel like Gregory definitely notices everything.
Is this for research?
This is for Strahd is desperate. We need an out. I don't think we're able to defeat him solely on our own, and if we are, we may lose some of us. If at the very least, one of us can take this mantle for the time being to get rid of this tyrant, then I think it's worth exploring. I'm not saying it is a permanent solution. I'm not saying it is something any of us would want to do.
But who's
Who's at the table right now?
just the 5 of us?
Okay.
Who's to say though that one of us doesn't volunteer to be his predecessor, and he's still like he doesn't die. I mean,
Successor?
right? Successor, predator, whatever. The
Well-
other one. The other one.
So that also raises the point of
Like, what if he's still in charge?
if one of us take that away, he is mortal, correct?
Or lesser than.
Is he still a vampire? There's a lot of questions in the air. If it's as simple as one of us walking in, freaking him and agreeing to take the mantle and being able to slice his head off then and there, this seems like a no-brainer.
But then why wouldn't one of your father, for example, why wouldn't another vampire just take
Go and
that
take
burden
place.
from him?
Does everyone know this part exists, though? We had to decipher it out of a journal.
Your father expressed interest in succeeding
In
Strahd,
being Strahd's
Right.
successor, yes.
and yet Strahd hasn't passed the mantle, so there's something else. There's
Yes.
something else there. Because the other vampires are ambitious for power. At least some of them,
I would think most of them.
probably.
Maybe I
So
think it's in
there's
their
something
nature.
more to this mystery than we understand right now.
We still have a few days. We have to be at the castle. Perhaps we can learn more from the journal in the meantime.
Okay. How far is the journey to the castle?
It should only take maybe about a day.
So we have 2 days before we have to leave.
And he can study the journal on the way too.
Right. But we have 2 days before we have to start our journey.
Well,
Theoretically.
we still have to count in time of breaking in and
Yeah.
Getting the icon.
getting the items.
If I may be so bold,
I feel like you always are.
I think it's worth some of us drawing his attention in a non-combative way.
Maybe actually joining him for dinner.
What if Arkin, I know you expressed interest in going after the heart. Unfortunately, I think you might be one of his wand in his sight as much as humanly possible individuals.
Which is why I would want to go after the heart.
What happens if Arena
What happens?
doesn't survive?
What happens if someone who looks like Arena?
Wait, doesn't survive how?
I'm saying what
Turns on dead.
would
Like
no,
if he gets her?
no. And I'm not saying I'm a cleric. I am not saying we kill Arena.
Oh,
I am asking.
It sounds an awful lot like you're saying we kill him.
well, I would
I know.
say he would find someone
But
else
this
to
is-
replace her.
But
I think
just
actually
we're at-
he would wait
here.
until she reincarnates again.
Okay, but could that be leverage? If he thought we would do her harm.
If we had a combative upper hand on Straw,
Right.
yes.
So
The
I'm just
anger
saying the
that would
what
come from him.
if he thought we either were going to do her harm or if he believed we had already done something to her.
I think you're onto something.
Understand what I'm saying?
So you want to try and manipulate the manipulator?
What would he do if he thought, what leverage would that give us?
I don't know if it would be to our advantage or disadvantage if Strahd's anger was purely focused on us.
He would be,
Would he be so unhinged that he would make a mistake?
Yeah.
Or would he be even more calculated and vindictive? I mean, I respect the idea.
I think it might drive him
To make a mistake.
wild.
I think there's a few ways to handle this.
Now, I think in
Do you
actuality,
think we could survive if we provoked his full anger right off the bat and and forced him to? I think the only way that works is if Arkin can destroy the heart. If there's some sort of a tether between Strahd and the land through this heart, I think even if we provoke his anger and defeat him, we might not truly defeat him.
Right.
We need to make sure that he is dead.
and I'm also, to be clear, I am saying this now because...
And this is hypothetical, right?
It is hypothetical.
Okay.
Because we just fought him. We know he used a lot of his powers just as we did. If there's any time that he's not using scrying to spy on us, I think it's now.
Well,
So
if I'm gonna,
there are times when we talk, and I just want to be clear on this, where he could be listening in on us. The reason I know this is because I have learned how to use this spell, and I understand how scrying works now.
Marge looks for birds.
So
That's what we used last
it
time.
allows you to, if you know a person, to listen in and see them when you're not there. So he can, I think that's how he finds us, how he knows where we are. He's looking at us sometimes by using this spell. And I think now is probably the least likely time that he would have the ability to do that because he is regaining his strength just as we are.
Well, I'm gonna say this and I might regret it. But I also think it's a waste of our resources and our energy to be protecting a church for one person when the whole town is burning. Because
Well,
I know maybe some of you might have gotten close to Irina. I haven't. You definitely got close to her brother. But I don't think all this is worth it for one girl. And that's me looking at it like a.
I think if he gets Arena, he gets everything he wants.
Right.
But then he's also happy and distracted.
I don't think
Okay, now out of character.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, if he gets Arena, we lose, right? Why do we lose?
Because then he basically decides to just kill you.
Okay,
quick
So,
thought.
back in character, we have to protect Arena.
So, what if
Okay, I thought we were
That is actually
the
a good-
goodness of our heart.
That's actually a good question.
what if
Why do you lose?
what if he gets someone who looks like her?
I mean,
He'll know. He'll know.
okay, I do have a hat of disguise.
It is, in fact, because he decides that it's no longer worth toying with
Playing the
you.
game.
Okay,
and
well,
decides
Marge
to
is
come
fine with
try
that
to
if it's
kill
a
you.
selfish reason because this is. She's more chaotic. I'm chaotic good, so I'm gonna think more about this city than like one shit.
Mhm.
I've been like actually struggling with that the whole time.
If you have a hat of the sky,
Like a very humanitarian
I-
aspect.
Yeah,
of
like,
it.
why
Why are we
care about
protecting the
this
one
person?
versus the many?
Yeah.
It's fair.
is there a Arkin, you're gonna
Yes.
be the person to ask here. Is there a chance in hell that a combination of disguise self and hat of disguise and whatever other magic I can muster can sell the idea that I look like Irina long enough for Strahd to drop his guard?
I am going to guess no.
It's my thought, but
And the only reason I would say that is as we've seen when you fight something that powerful within its home, within its grounds, they tend to have hyper. They tend to be a little bit stronger, and things are less easily. They can see through things a little bit more.
well, he's really shocked.
What? Do you think that there is a world in which we could distract him with the artifacts that we found, with everything that we know once we learn more about him from his journal? Do you think we could get him so distracted that we might be able to convince him that we have Arena with us? I mean, like maybe a major illusion.
I don't know how vampire senses work.
I think whatever we do needs to be reality.
Yes.
I don't think we're going to be able to bullshit our way through this.
I
What about-
disagree. I do have.
Does anybody have a wand of polymorph?
And that's spell.
Okay, so here's my thought. I finish hallowing the church tomorrow.
Agreed.
Arena goes there
How-
for safety.
Agreed. How long will it take?
It takes a total of 24 hours. Now, I started the spell this morning. First thing this morning at like 3 a.m. when we came under attack. Father Lucian, I think, has been keeping it stable I don't know if he's made any progress,
Okay.
but there's a lot of incense burning. So
A lot of patchouli in the air.
yeah. So we'll see tomorrow
When's
how
the
much
next
time
time
is
is
left.
due?
I can't say.
I will
In Portland.
first thing in the morning I will continue working on the journal, seeing if it has any more secrets.
But here's my thought.
Never been.
Fuck yeah.
Whether the church is hallowed or not, the bones are keeping
Are
Strahd.
with you.
The bones are keeping Strahd out of the church.
Strahd and his horse is correct.
Yeah. If Arena's in the church, she's safe from them.
Right.
I have the ability to communicate with people great distances. So, at any time that we come in danger, we have that leverage of letting Strahd know that we could have Arena killed.
I'm not sure he would believe us.
I think that's a threat that we should hold on to as a last resort.
And that's exactly what it is.
Can I?
That's exactly what it is. And I'm not saying we would, but he has to believe we would.
Hey, Ron.
He knows we're do-gooders.
I'd
Yes.
Not all of us.
Not all of
like, and
us.
that is where I would
You know
like
what? That's-
to pitch my idea.
Theyron couldn't make the threat.
I know that.
I would like to go back to my previous question on how this curse works. And I think that if I can offer myself as an heir if he is truly desperate, we may be able to put an end to this before fight. With that being said, with there being some questions in the air on what happens to me after that, that is on you as a group on whether or not you're comfortable with this even being an option. As we're running out of them, and
Are you talking about disguising yourself as Arena?
no, I'm talking about accepting myself as an heir of Strahd and letting the curse take me. I don't know what all that entails.
I also don't know if he
I
would offer it to you.
True.
Again,
It's a possibility. And it seems, not to shit on your idea, slightly more probable than threatening to kill Irina because he has seen us defend entire towns rather than our own lives. I love the idea, but depending on who it comes from in the situation, it may or may not pass muster.
I don't think I can condone that. I appreciate the idea, but y'all know my feelings on vampires, and you're my friend. I don't think I can
You
condone
don't
it.
have to murder Gregory.
No,
well,
I've sworn my life to it.
we have 3 days. What about this? We rest for tonight.
I'm tired.
In the morning, we meet at the church. We talk to the talking head,
Sure.
and see if Casimir has anything to offer us.
What a guy, it's been long.
That's good.
Perhaps, if Father Lucian needs your help, you stay and finish the Hallow spell to protect the town. There's nothing stopping us from heading towards the castle. Maybe we take the time to gain some reconnaissance of the road, of the castle itself, see what we can learn. And when you finish the spell, you could always meet us. That gives you time, Arkin, to study the journal. That gives me time to scout the woods outside of the castle, learn what types of defenses it has, our points of entry, etc. And we have 3 days for you to finish your spell, catch up with us, and we either find a way into the castle other than the front gate, or perhaps we try our hand at actually meeting Strahd for dinner, and maybe we can persuade him that we are there to be entertained. I mean, he seems to enjoy the game.
I would like to.
Is that polka?
No one has.
Oh.
I would like
I don't
to
think anything anyone said to me.
go to dinner with all 3 items in our possession.
I agree. I think the stronger we can be I think if we can take maybe the 2nd or 3rd day and recover the item, and perhaps infiltrate the castle, then on the 3rd day we meet Strahd as requested, with him being none the wiser that we have severed his ties to the heart. And
Well, I think if we attack the heart,
he'll know.
oh yes,
No. So maybe that's
I think that's something that needs to be done
while we're distracting
when,
him at
when
dinner.
we're trying to distract him for one reason or another.
Okay. But we could recover the amulet in the meantime.
Agreed.
Okay.
Gregory, how many of those
Molotov cocktails.
alcohol cocktails do you have?
That's probably a question for
I don't know.
I don't know.
Can I roll? Can I roll? Because I
Teach me
honestly,
how to make those.
that I can.
Yes.
That I can.
I'd like to buy some. Maybe I can buy some of those from the bar before I leave.
You want me to roll a d4 and see how many I
Yeah, how
have?
many you have left? Yeah.
I have 1. It would be 1.
I'd like to stop at the bar and
We are in it.
Yeah,
there.
I think we're at the table. I'd
That's
okay.
I talk to the bartender and buy some of the materials to make maybe 3 of those.
I mean,
bottles.
you just need 3 bottles of high-proof alcohol
And rope.
and
Which I have rope.
yeah, some rope or some cloth, some stuff in the top of them. Yeah.
All right. How much would it cost to buy?
50 silver pieces.
60 silver. Okay.
Doesn't need to be good alcohol.
Yeah, no. In fact, the shittier the better.
Okay.
So retire for the evening.
Yeah. seems
Yeah.
like taking a rest.
Absolutely.
All right. Long rest. Everyone. Process of us. Character pages. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arthur's at 9 hit points after being revived.
I was at 5.
Rest. All right. So we awake in the morning, meet at the church.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Perfect. One thing you definitely notice as you approach the church, the strong smell of incense, and like white smoke kind of just like funneling its way out of the church windows.
It's like 10 peasants' lifetime worth.
Oh yeah,
Income.
yeah. This is years. This is years and years worth of Barovian income of incense just being burnt at the church right now. And as you enter the church, Father Lucian approaches and he's like staggering and like sweating profusely. He has been awake. He has been awake since you started the spell, trying to keep the spell going for you.
Poor guy.
I love
He's
that.
hallucinating.
Yeah, oh yeah, like he's got bags under his eyes. He can't focus. He's like, well, he brought extra people to cast the spell.
Alright, he's there, old timer. I think, designated cleric will take this over. Gregory kind of like
I
helps
think
him
you
to
need
like
to go ask
the
that.
nearest chair.
I think I got the hang of this Hallow spell. You only need to do the rest of it. I kept it going for you. And you just see, like, there's, like, little altars set up, like, all throughout the church that have, like, bundles.
Oh my
Like,
god.
tied bundles of incense that are all just burning. It is, like, it is a hot box in the church right now.
You open the church doors.
Oh, it's just... Yes. And he says, I didn't let your spell go out. All you have to do is keep casting it.
How many hours of work have you?
All of them.
Well,
Could you sit tight for like maybe 20 minutes more while we try to talk to a dead head?
Yeah. I got this. And you see him like open his prayer book and start like reciting prayers, and like the prayer book is like just glowing, but it's like flickering. It's like barely.
All right,
Barely
I would hurry up with that speak with dead spell.
Yes, and Erwin, he went and dug up the head from out behind the blue water and handed you the burlap sack that the Inquisitors brought Casimir's head in.
sorry, I'm still trying to figure out how to. So D&D Beyond now has an app that works. Because I've always been using a web page,
Yeah.
right?
I still use the web.
I cannot figure out how to have a long rest in the app. So I had to go
Yeah.
back to.
That's why I said kind of, because the app sort of.
I had to go back to the web page to try to reset my. So I've been listening, but also trying to figure out how I'm supposed to have a long rest.
So you have the head. You started casting the Hallow spell, and I would say you have like probably 4 or 5 hours in on
Yeah,
the
it looks
casting.
nice now.
It does look.
It does look really nice. I just couldn't find long rest. It looks really sharp now.
You have like
And it
4 or
stays
5
open.
hours.
Kind of the same.
It is, but it also your screen won't time out, and it will stay on as long as you're in the app, which is also kind of nice.
Well, my
feature.
screen won't time out because I have the settings that
I don't care.
I'm gonna. All the same.
He's got an iPhone. He doesn't know.
He's. Oh, you're an iPhone guy now. I forgot.
Let's not go there again.
So
Dave's like, I have a pad. Talking about it, I'm
Two pads, iPhone.
yeah.
Hi,
So
my family.
basically, the effect of what
that.
Father Lucian has been able to keep going is you will not have to cast the spell again.
Okay.
You have already cast the spell.
Yeah.
You will just have to continue
Which
the
is
ritual.
amazing because I'm not having to waste another level 5 spells.
Correct. You
Yeah.
will not have to burn a level 5 spell slot. He has kept the spell going for you.
Yeah.
He has not continued. He doesn't have the ability to continue the spell. So you have like 4 or 5 hours of the spell that has been cast. You will
Okay,
need
great.
to do like another 20 hours of the ritual.
Okay.
But you will not. He can basically keep it stable
Yeah.
until you take over and continue the casting without having to use a spell slot.
Glorious.
Yes.
Speak with
He's
dead.
exhausted too. He has 2 levels of exhaustion.
Father Lucian, you look like the 9 hells. Take a rest. Oh wait.
Not
That's
yet.
Sorry, what am I doing now?
And he goes to like close his prayer book. And
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh
I
no.
need you just keep it
A bit longer?
longer.
Okay.
You're doing really good.
Thank you. I don't feel good.
The morning Lord blesses you.
Thank you.
You are loved.
And he like smiles and like like he just goes about reciting his prayers. He walks around the church tending to all the little burning altars of incense. Yes, you may now cast Speak with the Dead with Casimir's head.
Oh, it comes with the song. I wish Mom and I supposed to get in the song.
Yes, it's Acid spray. Poison spray. And
Fireball.
lightning ball. You're holding
You went to Red
Casimir's-
Pit with us. That's all I've heard.
You're holding Casimir's head by like
I blame
his hair,
you.
and he still has like
I'm gonna Gregorian chant everything.
he still has like black fur all over his face and grave dirt around his mouth.
Okay.
Nice.
Like that specific grave dirt.
Well, he accepted a lot
That
of the
was the dirt.
curses. Yeah, he accepted
Yeah.
a lot of the curses from the
Gifts.
the Amber Temple.
Gifts.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
gifts from the Amber Temple.
That's.
And
Oh yeah, that was when.
I was almost a wizard with a +20 strength for a little bit.
Yeah.
he you see him like crack his jaw and spit out a little dirt, and he says, "Ask your questions."
Shit,
Anyone?
We didn't talk about it.
Oh, don't get me started. I'm pissed at this dude.
No one say anything that ends in a question.
No, but
Like in a
do it.
Correct.
yeah.
Let's walk away for a second.
I mean, he
I'm
can still hear
holding
me.
the headed.
Yeah, like we're
Oh,
not.
you are.
And Arthur goes to open his mouth, and then immediately is like, "I'm not gonna." You know what? You tell us.
Hey, Casimir, and I close his jaw.
Wait,
I just
and
like-
Arthur goes, "Wait, did you just ask him a question?"
No. What? No, and I
God, this is
And
worse.
Casimir goes,
This is worse. than the
Casimir
movie.
goes,
Yeah.
What's the symptoms? Are you ready?
"Yes, what would you like to know?" Maybe we just assume that he has. I'm going to make this is a statement. I'm stating that this is a statement. We are going to assume that he already has our attention, and we do not need to get his attention. And then any question we ask will be a question
I agree with
for Casimir, unless we specifically say another person's name first and ask them a direct question. Statement, period.
I agree with that statement.
Good? Yes?
Gregory looks at everyone and goes,
Okay.
Gregory, would you like to ask the first
Pick up
question?
Casimir's head. And I'm holding it like
Perfect. Gregory is going to ask the first question, and any other questions that come up before Gregory's question will not be questions for his head.
the statements are agreeable.
Perfect.
Agreed.
Okay.
"Will killing the heart.
Look right at him.
Will killing the heart.
Show some respect.
Will killing the heart kill Strahd?"
No knowledge of a heart.
Well, that's not helpful, now, is it?
Anyone else?
What is the path?
Other than
No, that was
Greg,
the question.
other than Casimir.
Terrible.
Alright, we've used two
I'm sorry. I'm
questions.
sorry.
Didn't say.
I'm sorry.
No, but we did give him specific instructions that we would have to
Yes.
say.
Yes.
Okay, no, we can do this. We can do this.
Casimir.
Look him right in the eye sockets.
What?
That's what he kind of looks like right now, except with fur.
What was the path that you took to get to the tomb underneath Castle Ravenloft?
I found a secret entrance on the
Wherever.
here, the southern side of the cliffs into the dungeons.
Gregory looks at Theron and goes,
Arthur holds up 3 fingers for the 3 questions that we've asked.
"Shut up." Theron. Gregory looks at Marge and goes,
Mine is not important.
I face head away. In case he tries to answer your
So we can't see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is not
Right.
important. I would like the answer to it though.
Casimir, was there anything special that you had to do to get through that secret passageway?
And to transform stone.
Look at him. I am.
He had to transform stone to be able to enter the passage. And he elaborates graciously. The passage was too small for a normal-sized person to go through.
Gregory goes, fucking got this. Probably more. Let's go. Come on.
And Marge would also be able to get through the passage.
Oh, that? I thought you meant like, I was thinking like this, not
No,
like this.
a small or tiny
Small person.
creature
A little
can
person.
make it through the
But
passage.
he said he transformed stone, so it won't be done.
It also might already be, like
True.
if the stone has been transformed you anyway.
But Dave's smarter than us.
And Arthur looks at you and goes,
That was 3, wasn't it?
Pharaon, no.
A quickie work.
Casimir, is the passageway still open?
And then his head like
Peace.
desiccates, and like the fur falls off, and his like jawbone detaches and falls to the ground.
Well,
I mean,
how's the end of Casimir?
Okay. We're
Yeah.
good.
good
Yeah,
riddance,
dust,
I'd say.
dust.
It's
Good
5. It's
riddance.
5
So,
questions?
Yeah,
I thought it was 3.
no, it's 5.
I do have.
Oh, you mean the spell you thought was 3?
Yeah.
So,
No.
5.
That's only when you meet the guy
At the bridge.
in
Art
Simpsons.
Well,
that was 3.
answer
Or
me these answer
Monty
me these
Python and the
questions
Holy
3.
Grail.
Right. Are you really gonna hand a
Monty
quickie
Python,
mark?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
but
What?
Arkin, I
Yes.
do have stone shape, so it depends how long, how thick this wall is. If it is less than 5 feet thick,
I'm also
I
very
couldn't-
tiny.
but
And I
I
would like
couldn't-
my tininess to come in handy.
I'm also, I can probably
I would like to have some pride
anything.
But I
in my
might be.
tininess.
I understand.
She's tiny!
You know what?
I could send one of my children in with her.
You know what? No, I'm
Right.
Maybe we
Exactly.
We don't need
Why
any more
We
child
don't
labor.
treat your gangster children.
I don't want any
You know
child
what?
labor.
Bring an urchin. Bring an
A
urchin.
eunuch.
No, I mean, actually exclusive things.
I could make.
Okay, so we're gonna have a eunuch and a midget go through.
No.
Yeah.
You missed that.
It sounds like the start
Missed
to a
that.
bad joke. Eunuch and a midget walking outside.
I don't think
It's a joke. No, it's not.
street urchins
Right?
are
No, I got it. Guys, I got it. A eunuch
Uh-huh.
and a midget walk into a tavern,
Uh-huh.
and they both say, "Ow."
Arthur just starts laughing. He goes, "Go off into the side of the tavern. They didn't through the door.
I need a drink.
I think this incense is making me a little
I
lightheaded.
think that's it too.
you know what? I'm gonna turn in for the morning.
For the morning. All around, man.
Wait. Before you start casting that little spell, you can't be distracted. Are we taking the road towards Ravenloft? How will you find us? Will you be able to scry us?
I have two options. I mean, I can do sending to ask you to communicate with you and ask you how the route you took,
Okay.
or I can
I
use
mean, it's just the
scrying.
road.
or I could use Scrying, which is a higher level spell, to actually see one of you and where you are and what you're doing.
If we could at least tell you where we left the road to make camp, it would be easy enough for you to ride a horse and come meet us.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think that's I can do that. I don't think we're gonna have a problem with me finding you again. I know where you're going.
Right. There are signs, and you just look at the castle on the hill with the thunderstorms.
Yeah.
And that's, we're on the way to that.
So I'm gonna finish up the spell here. I was totally mistaken. I don't have any spells that can shape stone, so we're gonna need your skills of being
A small person.
Guys,
a little stout.
guys, thank you
tank.
so much.
But
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 it may already be faked.
This is true.
Okay, well,
Yep.
that's
That is a
good.
permanent spell.
Yeah.
I will go first though, so
So
yeah, I'm
friends,
okay with that.
friends, I wish you well, and I'll see you there when the spell is done.
okay.
Cool.
Obviously, we'll need your skills to find this
Yes.
passage in the Seven Cliffs.
That was my plan, is we make our way along the road until we feel like we know where the castle is.
Correct.
It is maybe within eye shot, but we are not so close that we are setting off any alarms.
Could no one like die on the way there?
No, right.
Right.
I mean,
don't die. Don't
Is that
die.
a
Don't
question
die,
or
don't die.
or a statement?
It's a statement.
Okay.
Yes,
We're not-
I figured we would make camp. Maybe you study the journal, you two prepare for whatever you
It's
prepare
really
for.
cool when Bayron says to don't die.
Gregory takes a piece
Because
of.
then I feel like we're going to.
Gregory
Don't
takes.
die.
Yeah, I take a piece of burnt incense and write "Don't die" on my forearm and just
In like
like
charcoal.
yeah.
Yeah, God. And yeah,
We won.
Arthur's like, yeah, I figured I would scout for the entrance. I can move the stealthiest of us. I mean,
Yeah.
he will not see me. I can move
Didn't you die last time we fought him?
in the open. Yes.
Arthur,
Yeah.
no matter how stealthy you are, if
Stealthier than that.
I know. I don't question your skill. I just want all you to know that
Now, this sounds like goodbye, and I don't want a goodbye from you.
we will see each other again.
Yes. Thank you.
Just please be careful.
We will be. You be careful.
I mean, I'm howling at church.
Well.
There's
Halloween or
not
church?
much to worry about.
Got it.
Have fun.
I mean, if anyone wants to stay and like watch, I'd be happy to teach you
That's a good base.
Gregory's outside.
That's-
Gregory's
Gregory, I'll see you later,
That is
Gregory.
a metal name. That's
All
a
right.
black metal name.
Yeah. How?
Hello Church. That's good.
Okay.
Gregory, I'll see you later.
Yeah, Gregory's outside.
No, Arkin, you're leaving. Okay, well, see you. Marge. All right. Well, hey.
We'll miss you.
We will see you when you're done with the spell.
Marge hands you a bottle of very high
Oh
alcohol.
my God. Thank
Set
you.
out on
You're welcome.
place.
This is not
Wait,
for.
don't drink it while you're casting the
Small
spell. Yeah, and that.
This is not for that.
I'll save it for the
drinking.
ride. I'll save it for the
Yeah,
ride.
save it for the ride to us.
Don't drink and ride, unless
Rad.
you
Because
need
I
to.
feel
Unless
like
you have to.
yeah,
Right.
some of these horses like they like
Yeah.
you know, get a little bit frisky, you know. You like to get into it.
You fucking horse.
Do it now. Not like that, right?
Not like that, like
like
alcohol.
they'll kick you off.
This is not the Alabama.
Marge, Marge, this was not the send off I was looking to give.
But it's set off.
Let's rewind.
You got.
We're
But
gonna
it's
rewind a
send
little
off.
bit. We're gonna rewind a little bit to where you handed me the bottle,
We're talking about horses again.
and I said thank you,
Uh huh.
and then you left.
And then I just say you're welcome. And
then you left.
Bye now and keep
And
walking.
that's all that happened.
that's it.
So, the rest of the group packs their belongings gets the wagon set up, makes their way off the Svalish Road to the east, heading towards Castle Ravenloft.
I'm assuming
Way there.
it's 24 hours.
Like some tavern car right now.
Yeah.
Let's go to the old bone grinder instead.
Some Katy Perry trance music.
After several hours of travel, setting up camp, we're starting to get close to the point where Theron would be done with his Hallow spell. We find ourselves encamped in the Svalage Woods, near the road east towards Ravenloft.
Seriously, if any of you die now, that's it.
Eh, we've got this
Not
far.
helpful.
We got
Yeah.
You,
Yeah, but
he
we
is
got
a good
far
motivational.
because of- so
March, you feel like a
long-term campaign.
March, you feel like a warm, like glowing presence in your mind as we're all like encamped. Arkin is studying the journal. Arthur is moodily like scouting through the woods. Yeah, oh yeah. He's emo as fuck.
Moodling
He's
through.
moodily. He's noodling.
He put like
What did we do to Mike's character?
he put like campfire charcoal under his eyes, so he has like
Yes. Like blacked his
like the
face.
crow.
To reconcile this.
No, he's blacked his face out with
He's like the crow.
campfire charcoal. He's like stalking through the woods. Like, he's not finding anything, but
He is
hissing.
jamming and taking back Sunday.
Sure.
He's been dead now.
I feel like Gregory just sees him like kind of like he's like
Or like every once in a while, you guys just see him like stalking through the woods, and you're like,
he definitely looks like he's an earbud in his ear. He's definitely like definitely My Chemical Romance, like Blackberry
Yeah,
album on repeat.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're
You
all
hear him like singing like softly.
And he's like crying a little bit.
Gregory throws his stick at him.
I'm scouting, and that's just like his like coping mechanism. He's scouting.
I'm going to listen to MCR on the way home.
You should
Just
absolutely should.
so,
You, Marge, you feel like a warmth in your mind as Theron.
No, from
not from
Wine from
NCR.
the Wizards of the Coast.
No, not alcohol warmth.
Okay.
And Theron casts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is the spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sing.
And you're letting them know basically that you are finished hallowing the church, the town, and you've gotten a horse and are heading towards them.
Okay.
Whose horse is that? And
The great TikToks.
Marge, you relay basically that we are about.
Yes.
We're like about.
Thou hast hallowed
Thou hast
the church.
Yes.
the church.
And you relay that we are about a half a day's ride from Castle Ravenloft. That if you pass
So we're near the gate.
you are near the gate, the western gate of Barovia. Just like basically just inside the gate.
Okay.
And that if you stick to the path and
Castle gate.
yeah,
This goes down to. This
Where's the
goes
castle?
down
towards
to
the
Barovia.
Barovia and like the
Okay.
Stair Falls.
The Valaki's up here.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
You essentially communicate to him roughly the area where you guys are at, and like describe the road near where you were, where you veered off, like some landmarks, things like that. Interesting looking boulders. You have a lot better description than
Stones
you would
in a row.
expect. Right, like yeah, like you're like there was this weird yellowish brown moss on the one tree that I saw, and some red toadstools near that, and like
Right,
it makes
a
perfect.
branch, a 6-inch
Right,
branch,
exactly.
something else.
It makes
Second
perfect
left
sense in your mind
Yeah.
of where you guys are. We'll see like if the message is communicated. But so we make camp. Arthur. Is that our sponsor?
Yeah.
Logan Paul.
Can this be our sponsor?
Yeah, Dragon's
I
Milk.
prefer.
Dragon's Milk, please.
The best bourbon barrel beer I've ever had.
It's
How is this
pretty
so
good,
though?
and I am feeling.
It is the best bourbon.
It's incredible.
Hands down, it's the best one I've ever had.
Like, we've been drinking this beer as long as I can remember since I've been drinking. Like, I think it was like you and Jake.
I
The regular
had-
bourbon.
Yeah.
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 Well, I've had the regular Dragon's Milk, and maybe like it's all bourbon barrel aged,
Yeah,
right?
all their stuff is, but
I don't
I
know
would
that
get all
I've done the
different
triple
flavors.
mash.
I've never heard
this, I think this just came out. This is the first
Yeah,
time
I've
it came
never
out.
seen triple mash.
It's good.
It is the best.
I mean,
It's one of the heaviest, and that's what I love.
It's not. It doesn't taste heavy.
I think it's
No.
better.
This
than
is
Bud Light's
heavier than like
100%.
I
those
think so,
bottles of
too.
wine,
Yeah.
and I like it.
I think
But
it's
I feel like you could drink this and not feel like you ate 3 loaves of bread. You're just gonna be
No, it's
drunk enough
good.
that you
Yeah.
want to eat 3 loaves of bread.
Yeah,
Right,
I could go for
exactly.
some chips in a little bit.
Yeah.
In fact, we'll take a break soon. But so, Arthur,
I know you were planning on opening with this thing.
kind of. No, but I like the way this is going. Arthur scouts out through the woods for a few more hours, returns, and basically says, I made it to the gates of Castle Ravenloft. It looks like, other than the occasional vampire spawn or random creature or carriage coming in and out of the gates, I don't see anything overtly dangerous. I was able to spot the crevice in the southern side of the walls, and it looks like we should be able to make it through there. I know Marge will be able to make it through there, but it looks like, unless Casimir did something special to be able to get himself through there, I think once we get closer, we should be able to make it through.
Okay.
Have you made any progress on the journal? Intelligence check.
Oh, you're
No,
not
he's
there.
not there. Nope. There's no.
Straight up down intelligence check.
I thought one of you has the ability to bless, don't you?
No.
That's a cleric spell.
That's
That's not something we have access to.
purely cleric spell, or maybe druid too.
Yeah,
None of us. None of
It's
us.
hard. Yeah.
Not you, because you have
I'd
a
be-
wizard and a sorcerer or warlock. Yeah.
Okay. There's a shimmer around me. That's good. Because the other one was 1. That would be a 21.
You find that you have studied the journal, you have become attuned to the Tome of Strahd.
Okay.
Which means
He's hoarding them all.
I know. I usually have like a fidget.
Yeah, we gotta have our fidget toys.
Because I'm destroying my nails. Thank you.
oh no, don't break your nails.
Oh, they're like a mess.
Yeah, there's I have something called Tides of Chaos, which allows me to gain advantage
Oh,
on a roll.
that sounds
Attack,
way cooler than
ability check, or save. What?
bless. That sounds way cooler.
You guys. We're a little autistic, aren't we?
Nah.
Or spectrum-y. It's fine.
Spectrum-y.
Alright, so atonement to the Tome of Strahd. The wielder gains several benefits for using the Tome of Strahd.
Okay.
Your charisma score is increased by 2, and your maximum charisma is also increased by 2.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
You gain immunity to being charmed,
Okay.
which I'm not sure if you already had immunity to being charmed or not, but
No, I don't.
however, as you have spent more and more time with the Tome of Strahd, you have the distinct feeling that you are being watched at all times.
Okay.
But your charisma score is +2, and your max is
I
+2.
just love talking to you.
I do.
Very helpful.
I do
Nothing
read.
that you have read, like you read multiple, and like as you read through it, like you read multiple journal entries. You can read whatever you can read from there. Nothing new or insightful as to like Strahd's weaknesses or anything like that. Like those are the bonuses that you gain from gaining attunement to it over this period of time. This is some interesting music.
I feel like it's Christmas time.
It's better than
I like it.
it's better than
What's the
Katy
difference?
Perry.
I like our chat.
Katy Perry? What's the difference between?
Well, there's a holy symbol of Ravenkind, and then there's the icon of
Katy
Raven.
Perry's a very
The holy symbol of Ravenkind is
I'm not saying I don't like her.
Which artifact?
the third artifact that
a
you
word
don't
for
have
art.
yet.
Okay.
Storytelling.
What is the icon of
I
Raven?
think it,
I
I
have
think
no
we
idea.
could have. I think we could have.
That might just
Look
be
at
like
them. Yeah.
You
something.
say that while you're poking dice with a wand.
Okay.
Not all,
Focus.
Daryl, not all of us are mentally stable.
As you realize that you are becoming like more connected to Strahd's journal, and Arthur reports back with his findings about the castle, you hear the sound of hoofbeats, and they drown out the other noises. Theron appears in the night, a lantern
Hi.
hanging limp. No, he's not saying hi. A lantern. Hi. A lantern hanging limp in his hand as he slumps over the reins of a chestnut mare.
That's what's happening.
That's what's actually happening. He's not saying hi.
That sounds a little bit more there.
The horse comes to an abrupt
Daryl,
stop
though, is Daryl.
near your camp, and Theron is nearly flung from the saddle. The mare is like foaming at the mouth with terror in her eyes, and she begins to like buck wildly, trying to throw Theron from off of the saddle.
It's been a rough ride.
You're not talking.
Wonder if
Can I make an animal handling check to try to
You
calm
can.
her down?
Absolutely.
I don't even know what I have.
DC 12.
Oh,
I actually-
So 19.
You are able to calm the mare, and like settle her.
Plus 2.
And as you give me a medicine check, as you look over Theron, he appears unconscious.
Oh,
in the
shit.
Battle.
Well, it's an 8.
Total?
He's unconscious.
He appears unconscious.
You can't tell.
I mean, anybody who wants to can make a medicine check.
Gregory poked him. I have a plus 6 and I rolled a 2.
You can tell that he.
I got a nat
You
20
literally can't tell.
Damn!
on his medicine.
Yes. You good?
Not only can you
Why are you
tell
answering me?
that he is under the effect of some sort of powerful magical trance, you also see like crumbs at his mouth. Tied around his neck is a rope that hangs down to a jar. In the jar is greenish embalming fluid, and there are 3 eyes in the jar.
What were you doing?
As you're looking at him and this jar, Marge, the eyes are like darting in different
What the
directions, and there's a label on the jar that says Eye of Cleric.
Well, first of all, does he have both of his eyes?
He does have both of his
I was
eyes.
wondering the same
Oh
thing.
Yeah, as you,
my god.
and as you lift
I
his
was wondering the same
as you lift his eyelids up, like his
Yeah,
eyes are just like flickering
Can
back and forth.
Can I roll an arcana check on the jar?
Yes.
Are my eyes moving in the same direction? Are like in time
No.
with the eyes in the jar?
No.
No?
You appear to be
so-
in like REM sleep.
17.
The jar is giving off magical energy, and you can tell that these are some sort of evil spell components that who knows what would use. But tied to the saddlebag of the horse is a bit of parchment and a little satchel, like a little leather
Okay,
satchel.
Marge
well-
opens it and reads whatever.
As you read the parchment and like open the little pouch, inside the pouch there are several icing covered pies. And the letter says, "My sweetings, for my sister your friend must atone. A terribly dangerous business traveling alone. He looked oh so hungry, so what could I do but give him a homemade pastry or two? Of this recipe I am particularly proud. Between life and death, it removes the shroud. Alas, overindulgence is a horrible sin. Before he withers to a husk, you must wake him. Only one bite will it take to enter the dream. A crumb more, and your friend you will not
These
redeem.
fucking meat pies.
Can I cast?
Are these meat
3
pies?
hours?
Icing on them?
3 hours you will
There.
have, and not a moment more, or his eye will I collect in my jar to make 4.
Can I cast?
Okay, Marge immediately tries to make him throw up. She sticks her finger down his throat.
Wait, I'm on a horse right now.
Yeah. So
And you're a little-
Well, I
Not
pulled,
very
okay, I pulled you down. Can I roll to
Like you
pull him
lower
down?
him to the ground?
Yeah.
You don't need to
Pulling
roll
me
for
off.
that.
Okay.
No, wait, hold on a second. So you are pulling me off the saddle.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
You're
fully
literally
ripped.
pulling Theron off
And then
the
I'm
horse.
sticking like the finger and trying to.
So Theron falls off the saddle.
Oh.
At the very
I'm
bottom
pretty sure I
of
would
the
take
letter
damage and
is
maybe a concussion.
a little signature that says Baba Ophalia.
God damn it.
Do we know the name?
Yes.
feel like I'm-
One of the hags.
can I cast remove curse?
I mean, you can.
Can I roll Arcana to see if it works?
Sure.
How does my throat?
Give me a minute.
It's 17 again.
Remove curse will not work. And Marge, as you stick your fingers down his throat, there is no gag reflex. He is completely incapacitated.
Oh.
Did I suffer a concussion when I fell off the
Give
horse?
me a history check,
Yeah,
Arkin.
I know. 17.
You distinctly remember
The smell of dream pies.
of dream pastries and that you killed Baba Morgantha in the woods with her werewolves that one night,
yes.
Oh shit! I remember this now.
and that she had mentioned that she was part of a coven, and you guys know that a
There are
coven
2
is
sisters.
is 3
It's
witches
probably 6 months ago.
Yeah.
at least, and that you can glean.
Ophelia and Bella,
Yep,
if I
How
remember.
do you remember?
Athalia and Bella are the 2 sisters.
Yeah.
And apparently Theron is under the spell of some sort of special dream pastry.
Sadly,
It was the
I
icing.
enjoyed the taste of these.
I couldn't say no to the icing.
So,
Yeah, you look that up.
We do know what they're made of, though.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Children.
Yeah.
Children.
Child labor isn't looking so bad right now.
Yeah, considering they could just be dead and in pastries.
Yeah.
So, reading this, sounds like one of us or more of us need to win him to get him out. Is that what we're reading?
Give me an insight check. Or just a straight up intelligence check. Whatever's higher for you.
The insight would be. That would be. I'm now. What's 2? No, that's wisdom. So that's 22.
Okay. Yes. You can tell that whatever has happened to Theron is not a simple sleep spell where you could like inflict damage on him to wake
Right.
him up. You will need to, according to this note from Baba Ophalia, you will need to take a bite of a dream pastry and join him in the dream world to try and retrieve him. And if you guys are okay with it, maybe we take a few minute
Sure.
bathroom / snack break and we reconvene with what we want to do.
So like,
I have eaten these before
And they're yummy.
elsewhere. They're yummy,
It
They are
looks pretty
really
good.
but I was not affected as.
Uh,
I was gonna say, I feel like Gregory would immediately do it, but we can come back.
I know.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a few minutes and come back.
patch every time I come over.
You can be Merle.
Oh, Therion had an eye patch.
I know that.
All right, we're back. Microphone is recording.
Left eye, by the way.
Yes.
You guys want
okay.
me to wear an eye patch, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So
Make your life as inconvenient as possible.
You could just completely fail at this quest and
so as we're all
I feel
sitting
a
around,
little bit aggressive. I want to fuck up a witch. Let's
as we're all sitting around the campfire,
I
Arthur,
don't think that's what it's
after hearing like the note and everything, Arthur reaches into the pack and grabs a dream pastry and he says, Theron has saved me more times than I care to admit. The least we can do.
I also have.
Theron and Marge
I love
have
you.
saved me more times than I care to admit. The least I can do is try to save you.
Gregory slaps it out of his hand and grabs it. And
Oh shit! And as Gregory starts like swaying on his feet and getting sleepy, Arthur grabs it back out of his hand and takes a bite also.
Oh my god.
who else is coming?
This fucking idiot.
Well,
That's all.
I'm waiting to see if they're affected.
And both of
You
us
said you
after
were,
like
that's why I jumped in.
after like
I had a
2
roll of
minutes, Gregory, both of us just slumped to the ground,
So
snoring.
So right now it's just me and Marge watching
Oh,
over
wait.
these.
Right.
Yeah.
We're babysitting.
Yes,
We're
I-
babysitting.
I know that.
You've got a rogue and a wizard in Dreamscape. What could go wrong?
how close are you to the
But
castle?
consider
We're like-
we're half days
Yeah, like
ride.
half a day's ride away.
But considering that we're babysitting in Barovia, that's kind of needed.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's that.
We drag them closer to the
Try to
fire
make like a safe spot.
Everyone's
Yeah.
totally losing an eye.
so we can watch.
Have some faith.
You're not taking a bite?
in our
No,
NPC.
we're watching over them.
Arthur's gonna save me.
for sure.
Right.
With his very overpowered bow.
I don't trust all of us going on.
No, I don't either.
No, I don't think it's a good move.
No.
All right. As sleep overtakes Arthur and Gregory, we awake on a lazy trail leading to a promontory by a lake, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill.
Okay.
Its warped wooden vanes strip.
No, go ahead.
The onion
I'm sorry, you're
domed-
disappointed?
The onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray skies. We see, not them, gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It hops about and squawks at us, seemingly agitated. As we approach, we find the doors locked to the windmill. Arthur looks at the raven and says, what gives? Like, why are we here?
Gregory makes can I make an animal handling check to see if I can communicate with it at all?
Sure. Yeah.
Should figure
Marge and Arkin, you see Theron.
It's a 16.
Theron is beginning to like in on himself. Just like you see like some evidence of like seizure-like activity.
There's definitely gonna be bruises of Marge slapping him.
Yeah.
That's effective.
Take 1d4 for that.
What was your, the raven looks down at you, Gregory, and it squawks, and then in a very gravelly human voice, it says, "I may seem real, yet I am not. Once you're gone, I'm oft forgot. Time here stretches and it shrinks. It all depends on how you think. I may be good, I may be bad. I may be the same as one we've had. What am I?" you want me to repeat
His
it again?
last girlfriend.
Yeah, my ex.
I may seem real, yet I am not. Once you're gone, I'm oft forgot. Time here stretches and it shrinks. It all depends on how you think. I may be good, I may be bad. I may be the same as one you've had.
Purgatory?
The crow just calls.
It's pretty good.
You're doing great.
It was about gas.
Let me make a check for Arthur. His intelligence is not
No, it's not.
Ooh, that was an 18 though. Arthur looks at Gregory and he whispers,
It's entirely possible. Gregory yells at Crow. A dream?
enter. And the door to the windmill creaks its way open.
Are we aware that we're in the dream?
Oh yeah. You
Okay.
know what happened. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was like we bit this thing, then we forgot we bit
Good
it.
question.
Oh, because that's why I was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not there. You're not
Yeah, I
there.
mean, I call them green pies.
Alright.
Back when he showed up in that state with the crumbs around his mouth, I was like, you know what happened?
You would leave crumbs.
As we,
I know.
you and me, Gregory, enter
Kool-Aid stains and
the windmill, the first thing that we encounter on the ground floor is kind of like a makeshift kitchen. It is filthy. There's like dirty dishware piled all around. And there is like toads croaking all around. It is very obvious that we are in like a dilapidated witch's hut, basically.
my dream house.
Sierra's dream house.
Sierra's-
Our nightmare. And the sweet smell of pastries blends like horribly with this stench of like burning hair and flesh that we both notice. And it comes from this brick oven that's on the opposite side of the room from us. And there's a staircase that goes up to the next floor.
I want to examine the oven before we go up.
As you look in the oven, there are several dream pies very similar to the ones that we just took a bite of. And next to them, there is like a meat grinder.
Monkey in there too, or
There's not a monkey in there. There are tiny human vestiges in the top of the meat grinder, and from the bottom is like what looks like ground pork coming out of the meat grinder.
gotcha. So they're children.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the staircase that heads upstairs.
Cool.
Arthur puts his hand on your shoulder and he's like, "What if I go first?"
Yeah. Before we do that, Gregory casts Firebolt on me.
And you just watch as like the oven like overheats and black smoke kind of just envelops the room, and all of the meat pies that were in there looking kind of perfect and delicious to the unsuspecting
They're burnt now.
immediately are burnt and like
Good.
Oh, you ruined
are ruined. Yeah, they're
Good.
ruined.
Is there like baby meat ravioli?
Yeah, there's they're pumpkin baby ravioli.
Yeah. They're like
Very.
yam child raviolis.
Yeah.
And Arthur like unslings his bow from his
Free range, babe.
shoulder and knocks an arrow and begins,
around the window.
begins like stalking his way up the steps to the second floor. And as you make your way up to the second floor of what, and you don't need to roll a history check or anything like this. We are in essentially like a dream version of the old bone grinder, the windmill that we've kind of been told about, where the hags live. We actually have the deed, weirdly enough, you do, to the old bone grinder. You found it in the death house.
Oh, dude. Shit.
Yeah. And as we make our way to the second floor, what we see is
It's the Durst windmill.
it is the Durst
my God.
windmill, yes.
Am I in this? I see my character. Am I in the dream?
Not yet. Not yet. Wait,
Oh.
no, you guys are not actually.
Okay.
It is us coming up the stairs.
Okay.
And as we enter the second floor of the windmill, you see an old woman. She is wrinkled, and she is
She looks fit.
she's wrinkled but fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has an apron, and it has flour caked on it, and also blood stains on it. And there is like a long bodkin, like a spike, that is sticking through her messy bun in her hair. And she looks at the two of us as we creep up the stairs, and she just smiles, and she says, "Oh, sweetings, you have made it.
Sweetie.
That is very good.
I'm gonna start using that now.
Sweetings, my sweetings,
Sweetie.
sweetings." And she
Instead of greetings, it's sweetings.
kind of, yeah, it's like a greeting. She smiles at you, and there is a door to another set of stairs that continues up. And she says, how come you by the dream you come from?"
Gregory's having like none of this bullshit. Gregory looks at her, flames in his hands. You seemingly put my friend in this state and are going to take his eye, so I'm going to need a damn fucking good answer from you, or I'm going to incinerate your little windmill and burn it to entire ashes.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so?
Whoa, that's a little aggro.
Not me, my sister. I am Bella. I believe you speak of my sister Ophelia. I would be happy to help you. Answer me this riddle.
No fucking riddles. Where is your sister?
And she starts speaking. She starts speaking a riddle. She says, do you want to be able to find your way to my sister or not? You must answer me these riddles 3.
This was Michael.
Yeah.
I can tell you valuable information.
Fine.
I may seem real, yet I am not.
Oh god.
Once you're gone, I'm off forgot. Time here stretches. Oh wait, no, I already read that one.
Yeah, that's a dream.
Yeah.
No. Disregard.
Quick.
Disregard.
It's a dream,
I
bitch.
think I know what the answer is.
Painted, I am pretty. Boiled, I am firm. Open, am I broken? My treasure never to squirm. What am I, my sweetings?
Wait, say that again?
Yeah, can you repeat that?
I mean, I know I'm not there.
it is.
but-
I can't tell you.
Painted, am I pretty? Oiled, am I firm? Open, am I broken? My treasure never to squirm.
Got it.
I can't help you, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Damn, I'm fucking bad at these today.
Phone a friend?
Yeah.
Oh, friend.
And his friends didn't eat the dream pastries.
Isn't he with Arthur?
He is. I'll make another intelligence check.
That's
to
Arthur.
help him.
Arthur, you got any idea?
Can he make an intelligence check?
Yeah.
You can, because
For
Arthur's
a
wasn't
hint.
good.
Yeah, for a
Yeah,
hint.
you can. Arthur's was not good enough.
Even just a raw intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
To 25. Yeah, 25.
Yeah, hold on. You want you to give him the hint, or do you want one of us to give?
I'll give him a hint. What do you open by breaking? Maybe cracking is a better word.
Oh, honey.
What? Come on, cracking it. Don't look at me like that.
Get the other clues.
What?
The
Think of
first hint
think of the other
is
clues.
Something else is
painted,
broken.
am I pretty? Oiled, am I firm?
See,
We
can-
We had a holiday.
Oh, I can't give you. I can't.
Shh.
Face.
I would not have gotten that. Not how my head works. Sorry, guys.
See this
A guy that had
crooked,
the first two clues.
you see this
Again,
crooked
I
smile,
I
like
know a
this-
little bit about
this
story.
Cheshire grin, like creeps from corner to corner of her face, and she says, "Exit upstairs. You will find what you are looking for. In the bird's nest, in eggs you will find. Inside the secret will it hold to rescue your friend." And she keeps stirring her cauldron, and inside you hear the clunk of like children's bones smacking against the edges of the cauldron. Upstairs you will find what you are.
Sounds like you don't need her anymore.
Gregory's like rubbing his temples. This fucking nightmare and Wonderland bullshit's getting
Arthur.
real fucking old.
Arthur puts his hand on your shoulder and he goes, "It is just a dream. This might not be real. She might not be stirring real children's bones. Save your spells. We need to rescue Pharaoh."
Fine. Upstairs we can.
And he begins leading you.
Thanks.
I'm not how my head works. I'm awful at riddles.
He begins leading you upstairs through the windmill. As you make it to the upper levels, what you find is essentially like an apiary. There are several birds' nests and lots of like bird dung laying on the floor.
Watch out for bird flu.
All of the birds' nests are empty
Okay.
except for one. And in one of these birds' nests, you find a single solitary egg.
Cool, I grab it.
As you pick up the egg, you're looking at it and like you give it a little jiggle and you hear something metallic sounding from inside.
I mean, she said the secret was inside of it. Gregory cracks it on the floor.
As you crack open the egg, you find a small metal top, like very similar to a dreidel, like a spinning top.
I spin it.
Nothing happens as you spin it up here. Give me a perception check.
So 23.
As you kind of like spin the top and you're like just sort of like waiting for something to happen, you peek out the window. Outside of the window of the windmill, you see off in the distance, like down the hill a little bit, 4 large stone pillars. You see a woman stirring a large cauldron in the middle of these 4 stone pillars, and chained to one of the stone pillars, you see Theron.
Does Arthur see this yet?
He does not see it. He's not looking out the window.
Where? Okay, Gregory grabs him and turns him to the window, and
Arthur loves that.
Oh,
And Gregory just starts walking down the stairs. After he turns him, he's like, we're going.
Should I shoot him from here?
How far away is she?
200 feet.
Can you make that? I can't make that. Can you make that? 200 feet. That's like
That's a lot.
That's spell sniping shit.
It would be a long shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's.
I could try.
That's like Warlock if you choose that feat, but
Maybe we sneak up on her instead.
I think that's a wise. I mean,
Maybe
I'm already down.
Maybe the DM realizes that he's not that far away.
No.
Nope,
It's that far away.
Yeah.
But my range without disadvantage is 150 feet.
I was gonna say I'm like 100.
I can shoot 600 feet with disadvantage, though.
Wow.
What the?
Which is an insane shot with a bow.
No, I would say that you're up in the tower though, so
And he does have a move bow.
you're firing down, so that would almost negate the distance.
I don't think it does.
No,
No.
it's worth a shot.
It was. It was
Good
good.
shot. I like what you did there.
As we make our way back down the steps, Bella doesn't seem to care at all as we pass by her and make our way out. What we see is there are 4 ancient stones off in the distance. Let me bring up the map. Aaron is chained to one of the stones, and in the middle is
Oh.
ooh,
So the witch.
he's a witch.
So she's fucking cool.
She's a pretty cool witch.
Love her.
Do you want to paint her? After we're done with this, you want to
I
take her
love
home? You can
her.
paint her. I just haven't found the motivation to paint her.
Oh yeah.
She's cool though.
She's so cool.
Yeah. Take her
I
home and paint her.
love that.
Arthur,
Wow.
do me a
Yes.
favor.
Great design.
I'm assuming she knows you're here.
Is it there?
I'm going to try to have a conversation, seeing as her note did not implicate that we needed to kill her to get him out of here, just that we needed to come.
It's an interesting interpretation. What exactly is your plan?
I want to see if she'll let us go of our own accord, or if she's actually looking for a fight.
So you want me to like hide with my bow drawn?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love doing that. Okay.
I was gonna just do your thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to see if this
The
can...
sight of her. Uh-huh. Okay. And you're going to approach?
Yeah.
All right. As you approach, you see what you assume is Ophalia. She is stirring a cauldron, and you can see now that as you get closer, you realize Theron appeared to be chained to the stone. However, his hands and feet are not actually chained up. And as you approach, he stands and draws his morning star and his shield. And Ophalia looks up from her cauldron. You also notice there are little piles of teeth in front of each of these 4 stone pillars. And you hear, as Ophalia stirs her cauldron, she calls to Caitlin of the Crooked Teeth as she stirs. And she looks up at you and she smiles. She appears beautiful. Her teeth appear like rotten and like decaying. She looks at you and she says,
Sorry.
"My sweeting, you have found your way into the dream, I see."
That I have. I suppose it would be too much to ask for you to let me and my lovely cleric friend here out of your hellish nightmare, whatever the fuck this is, dreamscape.
Well, what would be in it for me? You killed my sister. Feel like it's only fitting that I kill you.
You see, you think you can kill me, and that's slightly humorous to me. We killed your sister like it was nothing. Her bones were breaking. I'd be sparing your life if you were to let us pass.
You see her grip on the oar that she was using to stir the cauldron. You see her grip tighten and her knuckles whiten, and she says, "You think you're so clever. You didn't even bring your friends in with you. A mistake that you will pay for." And she dropped the oar in the cauldron and reaches for her staff that's on the ground next to her. And I'm gonna need you to roll initiative now.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Kayron, go ahead and
Mine
also
also
roll initiative
babysitting?
for me.
It's a 9.
9 for Gregory.
Yeah.
6 for Theron.
Hey, I go before you.
6 for Fayon. Arthur. It's an 8. All right.
While this is all happening in real life, my wife found a wolf spider in the basement.
What?
And I might
An actual wolf spider?
according to Google search.
No, it's a wolf spider.
I might not have a house to come home to because she might have accidentally burned my
Burnt
house.
the whole house down?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know that wolf spiders are like.
No, they're called wolf spiders that are
They're
from the
big.
woods.
This is what she
Yeah,
found in the
that's
basement.
a wolf spider.
like, hey,
It's just a wolf spider. It's a different size.
did she kill it?
I think it might be dead, or the
I
house.
think it's dead.
Either it's dead or the house isn't there.
It's a spider.
Well, either way, you'll know when you
Pretty
get home.
sure you'll
Yeah.
know as you get closer to
Yeah,
Right,
right,
You'll
right,
smell some smoke.
So up
I
first,
understand.
Yeah.
from behind this stone, Gregory, you hear a little skittering sound, and
Tell me that's not what it is.
it's not what it is.
Okay.
Not what it appears to be. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Fuck.
It's a 21.
Nice.
I'm a wizard.
I know.
I also have advantage against being charmed, by the way.
Okay. You take 7 points of psychic damage as a little brain with legs jumps from behind.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I do.
And starts
like the
crawling.
Yes.
It starts crawling up your leg and
Ooh.
lashes out at you, like with its claws and tongue.
No, that's good substitute.
As a reaction spell, I'm going to be casting Shield and adding a +5 to my AC for the next turn.
Okay. Right. And that is all it does to you on. Actually, no. It also attempts to claw you. Doesn't hit. With this, Ophalia, however, looks at you and smiles at Theron, and she says, "My child, do what you came here to do." And she is going to
No,
cast.
Sound of that.
She's going to cast a ray of enfeeblement at you, Gregory. So I need
My
you.
AC is 19, by the way, now.
Oh, it's a ranged spell attack. Your AC is 19?
Yeah.
Okay. She misses with her ray of enfeeblement, even with +9 to hit. So that is going to be the end of her turn. And you hear as another intellect devourer rushes towards you. I need another intelligence saving throw.
Let's see, 15.
Right, you save again. You only take 7 points of psychic damage.
Interesting.
The claw, you said your AC is 19?
Mm-hmm.
The claw does hit you this time for 6 points of slashing damage. But now you are up. You like my mimics that I painted?
Yes, you need to put initials and date the bottoms.
Yeah. I don't do that. He does that.
Just saying.
Roughly, how big and how much do these pillars weigh?
The pillars are like 10 foot tall, solid stone. Think like Easter Island.
So like rough.
They're like monoliths.
So like rough weight if you had to give them one.
10,000 pounds.
That's what I figured.
I mean, like, yeah, multiple tons. And Marge and Arkin, what you see as you're keeping guard over the camp is, I know you've seen The Matrix. Have you seen The Matrix? You know, like in The Matrix where like they get beat up in The Matrix and then they cough up blood in their little computer chairs? You see like the same thing happening at your encampment. Gregory is like coughing up blood as he's gotten psychic damage and slashed multiple times, and you are like scrambling to figure out why he's like coughing up blood just laying here on the ground.
Well, I think like we kind of understand that they're
What's going on?
injuring.
Yeah.
So Marge is like panically like, what do we do?
It's my turn.
I don't want to be here like not with them.
I mean, the only option is to both of us go in, I'd say, or one of you.
Are we safe here? Our bodies?
I don't know. But it looks like he's getting the worst of this, pointing at Gregory.
All right, Gregory, go ahead and roll whatever you're doing.
What's your AC? I'm rolling 6 attacks just so I know if what hits.
Wait, why do?
What are you trying? What are you
I'm
casting?
going after the witch. I'm casting Scorching Ray at
What do
5th
you
level.
want to?
So I'm casting 6 different beams.
Fine.
I'm trying to think
AC
what
is
Marge would
19.
do.
Yeah.
I'm chaotic. I would probably go in.
That's
Okay.
1, 2, 3 of them hit. One's a 19,
feel like
17,
Marge would.
18. The others are below
Okay.
10. So 3 of them hit. So it's going to be 66.
Go ahead and roll initiative for me, March. 66 fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
15 for her.
I will probably go with.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll initiative for me also.
It's going to be 9, 11.
Also, March just wanted to
14.
snap, and that looked really good.
It's going to be
No.
It's gonna be 21 points of fire damage.
Okay. Your scorching rays like converge on the. You can tell it from this range. She's a night hag, which is the same as Morgantha. And as you scorching ray her, you see sort of like popping into this dream with you. Marge and Arkin both appear. You will take your turns in the turn order on the next round.
Fine.
What did you roll?
15.
15?
Oh, we both rolled 15.
Nice.
Do you have
Okay.
plus?
Yeah, she's higher than you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, +2.
Yeah. So, all right. Is that the end of your turn, Gregory? Scorching ray.
How does she look?
I mean, she took damage from it.
Okay, I didn't know if she took
looks
all of
okay.
it. How tall are the pillars?
Like 10 feet tall.
Cool. I use a bonus action to Misty Step on top of. Where are they
So
at?
they're not connected to the ceiling.
They're
We're
here,
outside.
there,
Oh.
here, and here. Yeah, you're outside in the field next
Got
to
it,
the
got it,
windmill.
okay.
But I wouldn't take an opportunity attack if I missed.
No, we're not playing Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
You can miss it.
Yeah. I missed steps to the one behind her.
To this one here. In
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3, you take an opportunity attack if you misty step away from
Is that
enemies.
enough movement? Because it would be 20 plus 10.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It's stupid. Up next is Arthur. Arthur is going to shoot at one of the intellect devourers first with his oath bow. 11 points of piercing. He gets 2 attacks per action. Second one hits, so 11 and 7, 19. As he shoots the first intellect devourer, you see 2 arrows sprout from its back, and it is like hemorrhaging profusely, almost dead. Up next is Theron. Theron,
Hey guys.
here's the deal.
I think I know what you're gonna say, and I'm
You-
ready for it.
Are on the hag's side. Do whatever your character would do to try and kill the players that are now around you. You see Theron moving in like jerky movements as he stands up from his chains. And like drool is coming from his mouth and his eyes are kind of glazed over. Arkin, give me a
The fortunate thing for you
intelligence
guys
check.
is that all my spells are geared towards the
19.
except for a couple.
You can tell that in the process of eating the stream pastry, Theron has also been taken over by an intellect devourer.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
He's not under the control of his own body. All right, Theron, do what you will.
Yeah. I turn to Arkin and put my hand out and I cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
I cast counterspell at 3rd level.
All right. So what does he need to roll?
Oh, it just.
Does it just cancel?
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
just cancels.
canceled, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just cancels.
Okay,
So
so
your
I cast it and
Yeah,
it just,
that's
nothing
fine.
happens.
Yep.
You still have movement and bonus actions.
I do. So as a bonus action, I am going to cast. You know what? I would challenge that though. Did he know?
I mean, I have the 30-foot advantage. I can see everything.
And he watched you turn towards
Okay.
Yeah.
Arkin.
And
Yeah,
start
I'll
casting.
say.
No,
I'll
I
say
think
yeah.
it's a good thought, but I think, like, especially with me on top of the pillar, I think I have the best vantage point out of this entire battle.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast.
That you? No, that's her.
No,
I'm gonna summon my spirit guardians.
there you go.
No, that's I can't do that as a bonus. Spiritual weapon. You cast spiritual weapon as a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I'm going to summon.
I like it. You pick. You
A
pick, Daryl.
spear.
Uh-huh.
And I use my action, so can I think I can, when you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just have to summon it
within
next
5
to
feet.
somebody.
So I'm gonna, where's, I can cast it within 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, him being
this
in the
is,
air doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Since you canceled my spell, I'm gonna summon it next to you.
Seems fair.
And I'm going to. So I figure out who I look at Gregory, and I basically summon a spear and launch it at Gregory, a spiritual spear and launch it at Gregory.
All right.
+9 to hit. 24 to hit.
That'll hit. Even with my AC that's throwing.
And it does 10 radiant damage
Hurts.
to Gregory. It's kind of fun.
Daryl?
Last.
Hey, I will try to murder you for this game.
Well,
I will play the character too. He thinks that you guys are, in his mind, he thinks you guys are like vampires.
Anna?
Oh, he doesn't have a mind right now. Your intelligence is 0. You are being controlled by an intellect devourer.
Oh, okay. So it's really the intellect devourer controlling
you.
me.
Yeah, I just think it's
Okay.
more fun if you get to play your character and attack.
It is fun.
Attack your.
It's just that most of my spells aren't any good against them.
The intellect devourer is going to turn the one that was shot and rush towards Arkin, and is going to attempt to claw him first. He misses, and then is going to attempt to devour intellect. So intelligence saving throw, which he fails. So he takes 7 points of psychic damage and -7 to his intelligence. So his intelligence is 3 right now. And he takes 7 points of damage.
Arthur.
Arthur. If his intelligence is reduced to 0, he is taken over by the intellect devourer
Okay.
and basically tries to kill you guys also. So up next in the turn order is Arkin.
Okay. Is it March? First?
Yeah, I thought Marge was first.
Oh, she is. She does have a 17 technically to her because she has her
Yeah.
dexterity bonus. Yes, Marge's next.
This may be stupid. I'm gonna try it.
There you go for it.
It's never stupid until you try it.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on Theron.
Okay.
But I know your wisdom's probably really high, so I don't know.
I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is right now. though.
I don't know if it is right now.
I don't think it normally
I know your
is.
intelligence is low, so I don't know what it is now. I'm gonna
Oh,
cast
my
it.
good wisdom.
I'm gonna cast at the highest level I can, which is 2nd level,
Not quite bloody. I'm almost bloody.
and they must
Probably the one.
succeed a 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
roll.
saving throw. Is my wisdom normal?
So I'll read this because I haven't actually done this before. You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw, which is 15, and does so with advantage if you and your companions are fighting it.
So he's got advantage on it.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throws a +9. And I have
Okay.
advantage on this roll.
Try it.
Right?
If it
Yeah.
fails the saving throw, it is charmed by me until the spell ends or until you and your companions do anything harmful to it.
My first roll was a 16.
Okay, I
Second
really
roll was a
understand the second part.
17.
Hold
So
on.
I saved. Twice.
He saved against
So
your
you
charm.
saved. If it fails, oh, I see.
You did not
Save
fail.
twice.
Right.
Yeah. So your charm person like fizzles
Well, I tried.
against him.
I'm gonna use action
And now
surge.
he's looking at you with his cold, dead eyes.
That's okay.
Cold, lifeless eyes.
That's cool.
I'm used to that.
That's
Yeah, because at least you have 2 right now.
I still have 2 eyes.
Yeah, you still have at this point. Oh god. You still have teeth.
The,
It's
su-
impressive.
the,
Yeah.
the subject.
So
still
I'm gonna
has
use
2 eyes.
action
Yeah.
surge,
okay.
and I am going to attack this.
The mind devour.
Yep, the Mind Devour with, as usual, the Sunsword.
Oh, all right. I thought you were gonna say as usual poison spray.
Sunny sword.
All
No,
right. Go ahead and make your attack.
because
And you get what? 2
I think I
attacks.
can. Wait, hold on.
What would we do?
Nothing. Yeah.
You had a plan. and
Yeah,
I
it's okay.
fucked it
It's
up.
okay. It's okay.
Kill it.
That's what happens.
Okay.
That is kind of what happens in D&D.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Plans within plans.
Plans within plans.
But yes,
With it-
I'm gonna use my war magic, and I'm
Okay.
going to do poison spray.
Okay. Constitution save.
Let's see.
I should remember this one.
Yeah, it's con save at 15.
Two.
Let's full name and roll it.
A 2.
You have a 12.
I
Two.
No, it is 2d12.
I'll just.
Is your poison spray 2d12 now?
Yeah.
Hey, your poison spray kicks ass.
That's,
man.
my poison spray is amazing, which is why. So that's 16 damage.
Okay.
Poison damage.
It is well beyond bloodied. Like
Okay.
it like sizzles and like simmers on the ground and kind of crumples.
Does that make you feel better? Okay, so then I'm gonna attack with my Sunsword because I have
Okay.
another attack.
Uh-huh.
And that's plus 9, so that is a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Christ.
That hits the brain. The brain on the ground.
And then that will be 14 points of radiant damage.
Who's dead?
You bring the sun sword down and you cut the brain right down its medial fissure in the middle. Like right down.
What we know that.
Someone translate.
Yes.
Cut it.
You cut it in half. And the brain literally just goes and like splits in half and
Kind of think the end
crumples
of
to the
like
ground.
ground beef kind of going everywhere.
See, I
You hit it a whole bunch of times.
I think
And
of it with the sun
brain
sword, like
matter.
it just slides right off.
Yeah, brain matter is kind of like yeah, like you hear like this weird as you cut through the brain
Squeal.
and it just squelches
So,
and
sort of
just-
like
Yeah.
I think it was Resident Evil that where the laser had cut
Yeah.
him, and he just
and like you think like Underworld where Selena slashes
That-
through his head and
yes.
you see that it's like slide diagonally
Yes.
to the side. Very similar.
Kate Beckinsale.
Yes.
yes.
It like and just like plops to the ground and the legs go limp out from under it. And you
Never
have
mind.
killed one of the intellect devourers.
Yes. Cool.
You have bonus action and movements.
I'm gonna stay where I am, honestly.
All right.
I don't think I don't really have anything.
Well,
to
you
do.
can move. You still have movement if you want to. Let's say engage the hack.
Well, I would like that, but I don't have an attack. So
That's
I don't-
true.
I don't want to be that close to her.
Okay.
I'm a little bit nervous.
All right, then it is Arkin's turn.
Okay. Let's move. Yep. First things first.
Voice things.
I
Voice.
look up at the weapon that's attacking Gregory and hold out my hand and dispel it.
Spell magic.
Yes.
Ooh.
What level is the
That could be
It was
cool.
cast at 4th level.
Oh, you cast your spiritual weapon at 4th
I have no
level?
3rd level spells left because you automatically had me cast Sending. That was my final.
Oh, my bad, man.
I thought we just took a long rest.
Let's see. When we were all together, there was
You cast Speak with the
there
Dead.
was Speak with the Dead. There was Sending,
Two.
and what was the third one? There was a
Guiding Bolt. Did you cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level?
Yes.
Ability
I went to
check.
cast Guiding Bolt against him, and he
And you
dispelled it.
dispelled it.
That was my
So that's
third.
all 3 3rd level.
So
Okay.
I
Yep.
yeah. So I had to cast that at level
At
4.
4th level.
So if I
Yep.
Isn't spiritual weapon a 2nd level spell then?
It
if
it
I
goes
rolled a
up in
13,
power every
do I
2
cast
spell
more
slots. Yeah.
Gotcha.
to beat his DC,
What would his DC be in that situation?
would it simply be a 14, or what would it be?
I would think it would be. Doesn't you have to cast a spell at a higher level? Or no?
It says for each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Right.
What's my spellcasting ability?
Charisma.
Should be
Is it-
charisma.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be charisma if you're a warlock.
It's just charisma, not,
Yes.
not my proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
No, it should be just charisma.
So a total of 19 on my roll.
Yes.
That's
To try and dispel it.
Yeah.
Did you succeed on that?
I mean, it says 10 plus the spell level, and it's the spell level is
So that's 14.
14.
So yeah,
yes,
you would
yes.
dispel it. Okay.
So it sizzled
It's
away.
gone.
Yes,
Right.
yes. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
appreciate
the
that.
spell magic
Because
succeeded.
I was gonna use him as a pincushion and keep stabbing him with it.
Yeah,
Would it have taken?
and then I'm going to
We stabbed the wizard. We stabbed
raise
him.
my other hand and shoot a whatchamacallit? An eldritch blast at the other mimic. I mean, other intellect devour. 18 on the die.
Hits. Can you deal damage?
Do you have repelling blast and agonizing blast, or just agonizing?
What was that?
Do you have repelling and agonizing blast, or just
Just agonizing.
I like
Yeah, I did agonizing, and
Not
then I
bad.
did
Yeah.
the vision, so that I can see magic. That would be a total of 12.
Yes. You absolutely blow it away.
Now that I'm hoping it splatters Arthur.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Brain matter.
Brain
and like 2 little weird legs kind of just splatter all against Arthur, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Like, you can
I just cleaned this cape.
to the side. Like you couldn't have knocked him to the side. I was dead a day ago. Why am I always messy?
Okay. How does Arthur look? I mean, not Arthur. Theron look now.
Unless no one's damaged me.
No. Yeah, he's full health.
No. It's the reason I'm asking is we just killed 2 intellect devours.
Oh, cool.
So I was
Yeah.
wondering whether he looks any different.
Like who's controlling me?
Right.
Right.
The one that's in his brain.
This is a fun night.
The one that's controlling him is the one that is inside of him.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm gonna murder all of you.
Yeah.
You
That's what I
will
thought.
try.
Luckily, I'm already out of 3rd level spell slots.
You know,
So is here.
it's the little blessings in life.
Yeah.
Misty step? Or
No,
you just move?
just moving.
Okay.
But I moved 35.
Okay. End of your turn?
It's my turn.
All right. Ophalia's turn. She is going to magic missile Marge at 4th level.
Does she know what skills I have?
Does Ophalia know what skills you have? No.
Yeah.
You take 14 points of force damage, Marge. And she is going to, as a legendary action,
Shit.
transport herself into the ethereal plane.
Oh, my slide's gone. That disappointed.
Yeah, that's definitely just.
Up next is Gregory.
So she's just hanging out in the ethereal plane.
Yes.
Yeah, you might recognize that spell.
Yeah, but I don't have Blink set up
I
right now.
understand that, but I'm saying some of us don't have that ability, so we wouldn't recognize
Yeah.
I mean, Theron's right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the fuck to do with that.
Well, I have a plan, but it's not my turn.
I'm gonna kill each and every one.
Remove curse wouldn't work, right? It's not a curse.
I'm gonna start with Gregory.
Give me a religion check.
I'm gonna come for.
Daryl, shut up. That's a 20.
Protection from good and evil will remove an intellect devourer from the brain of someone possessed by them.
I'm gonna use a free action. Anybody got protection of good and evil? Marge? Great, I delay my turn.
Okay.
Oh,
Up next is Arthur. Arthur's gonna shoot you.
I had so many plans. Come on.
Arthur whispers into his.
It's like
You
my only
heal
chance.
us
Yeah.
Arthur whispers into his oath poem. He says, "I'm gonna shoot my best friend." 25 to hit with the
My-
first one.
Might hit.
Oh my god.
Arthur's gonna kill you.
For 18 points of piercing damage.
That's not a small amount of damage, though.
I have 84 hit
I
points.
keep forgetting you have like 30 more than I do.
Yeah. Actually, it's not a lot.
No, it tends not to be.
18. Okay, I have 66 left.
And then second shot deals D8 plus 4, 11 piercing and
Is that the attack or the damage?
the damage.
Oh,
It was 21 to hit.
okay. I accept that.
11 for 11 piercing and 11 from the sworn enemy.
So 22 damage?
For 22 points of damage.
Okay.
And then Arthur's
That
going
did a lot
to,
of damage. That was a lot.
and he's going to try and leap up on
It's like
here.
our
That was almost half my hit
it's
points.
like our NPC is a ridiculous bow or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, might be.
yeah.
that we may have given him.
We had a whole
yeah,
episode
scales.
making fun of him for buying that for himself.
This is why we want to keep him here.
Yeah.
Scales up on top of the megalith here and trains his bow on you.
That our
And
DM
that
has the most powerful character.
is the end of his turn. But now it's your
Would say
turn.
that.
It's your turn, Theron.
Well,
He's not the most powerful character.
Theron.
He can shoot a bow 2 times per turn.
5.
I thought you were chained.
Am I chained?
No,
Yeah.
Oh,
it was an
was
illusion.
If I was chained, I wouldn't be able to cast any. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I am going to cast.
Well, I got him almost to half.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at Gregory.
Counter spell again.
That's good because that was an 18 to hit.
Would have missed anyway.
Oh, that's right. He has mage armor or shield.
Oh wow!
I have shield at the start of my turn that would have messed, but
So you wasted a spell.
I would rather counter
I wouldn't say
spell.
it's a waste.
No, I'd rather counter.
Guy
I don't particularly have a lot of health.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to. Cast Spirit Guardians at 5th level.
What?
And move here.
So me and Marge are in your spirit guardians.
All of a sudden, my Spirit Guardians appear.
You might need to knock on the conch.
Yeah, I know.
I have a plan.
You still might need to knock on
It's okay. I still have a plan.
So at the start of our turns, we have to make wisdom saving throws.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I
Well,
take my turn?
no.
Yeah. I related, I can.
Yeah, you can.
Wait a second.
Because it's the end.
I
of
no,
your
I
turn.
couldn't do. I'm sorry, I couldn't do that because that was an action spell. I already cast an action that was dispelled. So the only thing I can do is my spiritual weapon.
Oh, you're doing another spiritual weapon?
Yeah, because that's a bonus action.
Okay.
So sorry about that.
We forgive you.
Spiritual
Only because
weapon.
we love you. You were.
Doesn't really. Yeah, I'll stay there because it really doesn't
You were
make a
there.
difference at that. Well, no, because I see you there.
Uh-huh.
And I know how you like to line up shots and stuff, so I am gonna move over here.
I mean, I'm also
Opportunity.
sitting.
March.
But I didn't move outside of her
No,
range.
she didn't. Right.
Oh,
It's
true.
yes, because I moved turn.
Yeah.
That- Right. Oh, and he's on top of the pillar.
So I'm gonna cast
Yes.
spiritual weapon
And
at
he's got a bow. He doesn't get to make an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I know.
my last.
No. It was just the fact that he's on top of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can-
This time I'm gonna throw a giant mallet at Gregory.
Doing fucking what?
Yeah.
Throw a mallet at you.
How far is the range on that mallet?
15 to hit.
It's the same. It's
Did it miss?
Yeah, that misses.
Okay.
his.
Is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Then it is Marge's turn.
Just winging the mallet.
Okay. Well, it's a load. Hold on. Well, I had two ideas. One was protection from good and evil. Two is I have the one paralysis.
Well, no protection from good and evil.
But we're gonna do.
You know, elevation trackers at our table. Cocktail cans and solo cups.
How did he get up there?
So what is a
Scrambled up.
Athletics check.
what is a like intellect devourer? What kind of creature?
Give me a history check. I mean, they're both, well, two of them are dead. The one inside Theron is not.
7.
You're not sure what type of creature they are.
I'm more thinking that he is affected by the witch. So no matter what, I would have done protection from good and evil.
Okay. Well, I mean, and Gregory also relayed that.
Okay, I
protection
didn't
from
know
good
that
and
he like
evil
told
will-
us that.
Yeah, no, that was fine.
Hey,
Later turn.
Okay. Then yeah.
If it's too late, I accept that. But I forgot that I
too
have
late.
gloves of missile snaring, so that would have reduced the damage taken from his
Are they
bow,
equipped?
from his bow.
Are they equipped?
Yeah,
That's true. if you would have remembered.
Okay.
Next.
Totally fine.
Next time he shoots an arrow.
I'm surprised that that feels like
So you're
something
casting
we would have in our
Yeah.
Evil?
Yeah, and it's touch.
Gloves? Why would I be wearing
So-
all the time?
So you're like,
Yeah.
Theron, you feel this like heat, searing heat envelop your brain as March casts protection from good and evil on you, and as the intellect devourer leaps from inside your brain, you are left
Oh, did it
like,
come out of his nose?
Wow.
Or like his
After-
ear?
you know, like teleports out of his brain.
Wow.
There.
You are left like this drooling mess on the ground. You are incapacitated.
Okay.
Cool. I take my turn.
Yeah, okay.
I cast Firebolt. That's a 20 something to hit.
Hits.
2D.
You're casting it at the intellect devourer
Yep.
or at Theron again, just for fun.
No, you know,
Theron.
it's gonna be 13.
All right.
Is it still alive?
It is. It's bloody.
Cool. I'm gonna use my Illusioner's Bracelet where I can cast a cantrip as a bonus action and cast Firebolt.
Cantrips are bonus actions.
That is a 16 to hit.
After all these years, cantrips are bonus actions.
16.
It hits.
That is going to be 16 points of damage.
You kill it.
Good deal.
All right. Then up next is Arkin.
Or, just on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, she's gonna pop back in at some point, but I wasn't sure when.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm going to ready myself if I see her pop back into our dream reality.
Take your hammer out of here.
But
No,
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 it's,
no.
it's still there. It's absolutely still active.
You threw a hammer at me.
Yeah.
It's still there.
It's
still
still
very
floating around.
He is
Well,
drooling
Well,
right
her
Oh, I thought you just chucked a hammer at me.
No.
I didn't
No,
realize
it's
it
a
was
spiritual weapon.
I thought you just like picked up the hammer.
No.
What's the spell?
I was like, what is the range on this hammer?
It is her turn. It is her turn
Thor's
next,
hammer.
and she pops back.
Okay, so
My
I'm
Thor
gonna
hammer spell.
cast it on her.
No, it's a spiritual weapon,
Oh,
which is still going to be useful to fight the hag. If I decide to turn around. I mean,
You're incapacitated.
you're
right
incapacitated. Well, does that mean it would be the spell?
Okay.
It's a concentration spell.
now. It's not.
not. It's in once it's.
Oh,
It's just hanging out. It's just there.
There's
It's just hovering above you.
It's just hanging out. It's not gonna do
this greenish gray hemisphere pops up centered over here,
Okay.
and it envelops her and anything that's in that radius.
Okay.
She needs to make a DC 20 now.
Yeah.
Con
Conscience.
save.
Yep.
She has advantage against save from magical sources. He makes it 20.
Rat. She still take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
What's
Does it change her max HP at all?
no?
Okay.
No. Any plant life in that area also dies out.
There's not much. There's like scrub.
Yeah, I'm
scrub
just
moss
saying.
and stuff like that.
You may roll up to 1 hit die. Healing. Gregory.
Thank you.
Then I will quicken a Eldritch. 15 on the die. That's a total of 27 to hit.
That hits.
What is this from?
The music?
Yeah. Is it-
Skyrim.
Okay.
They had the best soundtrack. One day,
Just
they'll make
one night,
another one.
Michael and I were hanging out. We were having a bonfire, and I had just fantasy background
Total
music
of
playing. And
17
he was
points.
picking out every
Nice
song.
damage.
Yeah. I know a bunch. Just because when you're playing a game for hours and hours and hours and hours, you just know it.
Yep, you recognize it.
Skyrim's
Because some of
just
them were from
immediate.
I was thinking, well, some of them I got wrong though, because some of them
You got the
sounded like
names
they
of
were
the
from
songs wrong.
but some of them sounded like they were from Divinity, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's from Divinity too.
But you were getting the games right.
Yeah, because the Skyrim ones
Yeah.
It's very
are
similar.
very
And it's from
familiar,
the same.
and the World
I
of
think-
Warcraft ones are they're burned into my brain at this point. You enter a tavern in World of Warcraft, I'm
Oh,
gonna know. I'm
absolutely.
gonna know the song.
Wow.
I think I've
It transports you back.
not only that, but I think if you were to go onto some of my characters in World of Warcraft and use the time played command, I think I have a literal over a year's worth of time spent on a couple of those characters. Hours. If you were to count up all the hours that I have spent on some of those characters in the 20 plus years that WoW has been around, I think I have over a year spent worth on some of those characters. Anyway, yeah, it's insane.
And some of them are shared.
Yes, and some of them are shared. How grand I can't take all the credit for myself.
Correct.
Okay. I totally lost track. You quickened an Eldritch Blast? Okay.
Hit her for
Um,
17 force.
Okay, it is Ophelia's turn.
Correct.
And she looks around at the group of you and she says, well done. You may survive against Strahd. I think you might get better. And she casts Plane Shift. And shimmers from vision and disappears to a different
to kill it, bitch. God damn it.
to a different plane of existence. And Arthur, you're out of combat. Arthur leaps down from the megalith. Megalith?
Yes,
The megalith?
lift.
The megalith.
The-
My hammer falls on Gregory's toe.
Well,
Let me roll one.
Give me a dex save. Give me a-
Fine.
My hammer just drops to the ground right in front of Gregory.
What my dex is. It's not great. It's a 10.
You don't save. You take. What's the? Give me a.
It's
Give
a
me a
1d8
D6.
plus 5.
Give me a
It's a
D6.
D6.
Yeah, D6.
Is it mine?
Oh,
One.
Oh, okay.
You take
one.
1 point of
I'll
bludgeoning
take that over
damage
my flower.
as it falls on your couch.
Now.
Do you still have the top?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
the spinny top. Arthur looks at you and he goes, "Give it another go."
I spin the top.
And you spin it, and much like Inception, the top just spins and spins and spins and spins, and then as all of us are just kind of expectantly looking at it, it gives the faintest wobble, and all of us are transported back to the campsite
Where the wargs have devoured us.
where you find yourself surrounded by 5 vampires. I need you to all roll initiative again. No, I'm just kidding. No, we are back at the campsite. We are about
Wolves
a half
picking at her.
a day's
Fine.
ride from Castle Ravenloft. It is deep in the night. The embers of the fire are starting to crackle away. And we all kind of look at each other in the faint reddish glow of the fire and the embers, and realize that it is time. It is time to make our way to the castle and it's time to finally take this fight to Strahd and recover the amulet and save Barovia. And that's where we end for tonight.
That was
Before
cool.
we go
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
to the final surge of this campaign.
Thanks for bailing me out there a little bit, guys.
Very good.
Yeah, it was over.
I went bloody. I was 31 out of 62.
Well, I meant if we had not got it.
No,
I only had 10 more hit points than you.
I was gonna say Theron was getting a little beat up there too.
But then I forgot. I mean, I could have reduced the damage by. I could have cast reaction once and reduced damage by 1d10 plus my dexterity.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been a huge difference. I might have saved 5 or 6 hit points.
right.
But
I mean, I think I might have been able to squeeze it out if she just wanted us to knock all those things out, but if there was an actual battle with her, no.
Are we yawning? You sleepy?
well,
Apparently been a manic day for all of us.
Yeah, clearly.
It was for me for sure.
Yes,
I couldn't stop.
I
And then
got up
cried.
and I've been stuck on post game of Pokemon Shining Pearl and
Ooh.
grinding for all the legendaries, and yeah, so I did that a little bit, and then I was like, I'll mow the lawn, I'll vacuum the house, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll clean the carpets, I'll do the dishes.
yeah.
Yeah, I did Red Dead
Oh.
for a bit. And then Tyler and I have both been obsessed with Planet 2. We're
Ooh.
oh my god. It is an incredible world, world building. I call it world building because you can franchise your zoo, but you literally sculpt out of the earth and you can do literally anything you want and you build a zoo.
Is it like
It's amazing.
it's like the Sim City but like
It's definitely
a zoo?
Sims, you're running a
Sims-
business. You're
Okay.
running a zoo business, but then you're also sculpting exhibits and taking care of these animals, and then you can be the animal and go POV, and then you're jumping on stuff. Oh my, I love it.
Yay.
Love it. He has otters right now, and we just keep going in cinematic view.
Star Wars Outlaws finally got a release date, that's all I care about for those.
Outlaw?
Ooh, has anyone seen Fallout?
Fuck Ubisoft.
Yeah, I just finished.
I haven't-
The whole season?
Yeah.
I've never
Shannon's in Spain. What else do I have to do during the day?
Wow.
I've never played the games, so I want to watch it, but I've never played the games.
Oh, man.
I don't know if that's gonna.
I only saw the first episode, but it's so good.
Why did we
Yeah,
get that
I'm in
before
the middle
Bioshock?
of the first episode. Where the brothers walking into the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where I
Okay.
stopped, and so I have an idea of what's happening.
Yeah, and that I don't think that's canon in the video game because I played Fallout 3 and I don't remember
I
any